About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. Said I was gon' get it. They gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a K now. I'm about to let my light shine. We piped up till the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need, you better believe. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you had to check my demeanor? Competition ain't free. I'm about to take them to the cleats. They gon' get started depressed. Please not start no mess. These niggas ready, and I'm not impressed. I have them holding his chest, like he having heart attacks. Told you I'm hard to death. I know that they see it, but they don't believe. Look at them so misleading. 144, mission complete. We undefeated, you better believe. Fuck being equal, I'm getting equal. Drop a line note, like a bomb motor. Prepare for the fallout. One way solid, what you talking about? Me and my nigga about to ball out. These little niggas better bow out. Tell them rank up, tell them fall out. I'm on my job, I can't call out. I'm in the winter, want it all now. Don't give a damn about the track record, little nigga, you about to lose today. Look, I got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools, they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga, ain't hard to break. It don't get dark today, like the rest of Sean told the hard way. Nigga, way out of your league, please believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. I'm gon' get it, yeah. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Sick with it, now you know that. Fuck the world, I can't go back. Ain't no coward, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe tag. Run it up, you know I'm good to go. Work my ball, you know I'm good as gold. They want smoke, got revenge naked in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog niggas, I'm trying. It's my time, you way out of line, way out of bounds. Oh, you ain't noticed the line. That on my flow is a vibe. I know it's gon' be stressed, I know it's gon' be pressure. Gotta stay focused. It's a cool word, baby girl. I should be a soldier, you should be my loaded. It feel like something controlling me, spirit take over me, holding me high with it. Believe me, it's over, look over my shoulder, and I see my soldiers, and they ain't no play. Keep spitting fake, he real, but I'm realer. Fucking leader, I don't feel her. Fucking God, I don't feel her. Cut his eye, I'm about to kill her. Wait, hold up, let me catch the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He crossed that line, he gon' regret it. No high rock, I rock it steady. Hope he keep it going steady. You better believe me. Certified, one west solid, it ain't hard to tell. Can't lie, this hard as hell. These people raise this nigga, better watch yourself. I'm getting this mail. Chasing them blue faces like I'm Gargamel. And I work too hard to fail. Glock with me, gotta guard yourself. You know why I keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing, you better believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. I'm gon' get it, yeah. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Like that.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh? You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough enough. I don't think y'all really wanna fuck with us. I told you we no bitches. I'ma need for you to listen while I paint this perfect picture. We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house. And them people bring you out. Bitch, you know we got that power. And you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that bullshit? Well, I'm on it too. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with ya. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear stand down. All you gonna see is a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course, on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided
not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it. If not, I'm trying to take it. Give me that. I say fuck the devil. You think I'm talking Satan? One West in my blood. I'm a UPK creation. We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war.
They know
I
about
sided
that shit.
with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground.
144,
we go
nigga.
to ground.
You see me riding with them people I be sliding with. We take the truth, ain't no denying it. It's this fire I spit, I got that line script. I put that pressure on them, about to put extra on them. This how the Lord is doing you. Boy, I tried to warn you. We go to ground, I own your time, yeah. You wanna blaze, we in them last days. They tried to keep my niggas locked up in them cages, yeah. I'm in pages, yeah. In them scriptures, yeah. I'm gon' flip it, yeah. I got that shit rockin'. I got that bulletproof heart and spirit, yeah. Retarded with this Glock, I'm gon' give it to you. You with them niggas that's gon' go to ground. Take over and you know your place. Make no mistakes. There ain't gon' be no trace. Ain't gon' be nothing left. Spit to my last breath. Boy, better watch yourself. I'm coming with lashes. Hey, leave them niggas in them ashes. I'm flowing like Cassius. They killing the masses. It's cool, cuz when I meet the king, we gon' be masters. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping. Cause us.
Shalom. Yavuz Shabbat.
to all the brothers and the sisters listening, man. We back again. Wednesday night, as per usual, holding down the show. Black Watch on a Wednesday, commanding Johnny Hammer, hardest working man in Israel, giving my hand. Rocking and rolling, getting up for that Passover, man. April 4th, yo. April 4th, Houston, Texas, man. We're going down to what is Players Street, Player Avenue. I believe that's the address. I believe that's where it is. Man. Down there in Houston, we're going back on that ranch, man. It's going to be an event of events. So y'all make sure y'all get down there. Pay your tithes, isupk.com. 10% of all the increase in earnings must come into the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Support your government because it doesn't close.
Right.
Support your government, man. Your government does not close, doesn't take a time off, doesn't have bipartisan bullshit. Does none of that foolishness. Your government does not close. You understand?
So like I said,
go ahead.
So like I said, and your money is not going to the Somalis.
I mean, money listen, Warrior, I see your Somalian reference, and I'll raise you a Gentile reference. Your government does not allow Gentiles in, because when you allow Gentiles in, what happened in DC last week happens.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right? That wisdom might be too high for some fools who want to let Gentiles in. But you let the heathen in, brother, and you open yourself to attack that you don't want to have. You know what I mean? So, pay your tithe, get that Passover fee in, man. $200 per adult, 17 years and over. You'll get them in, man. Get that Passover fee in early, secure. Let's help the general secure this whole thing. It's going to be an amazing event for everybody involved. You know what I mean? We're gonna be down there rocking out, doing the thing. And we ain't allowing heathens at all in there. They ain't gonna be able to steal not a goddamn thing from nobody. We could start with that story. Right. I think I'm not sure if that one is on the list. But definitely, was the brother of his Hawa out there in Philly? He sent me a story, brother. I could not believe it. I'm gonna send it to somebody. If you could put it in the or you could pull it up. You might be able to just pull it up. All right, this is a New York Times. Hold on. Is it on New York?
Hey, shalom. Shalom.
There.
I'm trying to learn Maduro dance.
Oh, come on, man. Hump day. I talk like them thumbnails see me. Hump day, my friend. Hump day. Hump day, my friend. You know what I mean? Maduro, boy. Maduro, listen up. You know the part I like in the whole thing with Maduro? When he tapped the smallie on the side. You also saw that part? Oh Lord,
I see, but I pay attention to it.
Yeah,
I was like,
pick up on the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, he is pissy. He don't know who he messing with. Trump is watching that and saying, I mean, we got to stop that.
Listen,
that spirit, we got to get rid of that.
Maduro trying to let you know he's not Saddam Hussein, and he's not Muammar Gaddafi. Them niggas ran. Right. Maduro letting you know, nigga, I'm a nigga. You trying to come for me, I'm throwing a party. Show up when you're ready. In the meantime, me and my niggas and my niggerettes, we are going to be, damn Maduro. Damn. He make me want to go look for the Latino club tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Make me want to go for I was telling the brothers tonight, the music song like, when Simeon passing on the car. That fast music. Same thing they say over and over with a strong
Dembo. It's called Dembo.
It's Dembo. That's not even reggaeton beat that. Listen, Maduro. Listen, I don't watch you take out. Hold on.
Watch him here. Listen. Now, he have two women on the side of him. One here in the red jersey, and then there's one in the brown suit. He looking at the one in the red jersey. I don't know if you could see it. What's he tap? You see that right there? Hey. I don't give a fuck what the FDA got to say. Maduro invited to the cookout, man. Fuck the FDA, you foundational black asshole. Maduro invited to the cookout, man. You see that? I mean, he got down there and he's like, man, whatever. We partying over here, brother. We partying all the way over here. He ain't playing. We got to get the two-step to the Maduro, man. I'm doing the Maduro in the black party. I'm doing that Maduro in the black party. Get that shit in.
Oh, man.
So like I said, just to show you, we two different manner of people. Right. The videos of Donald Trump dancing, everybody made a mockery of that because he's a white man with no soul.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know how to go look for it now. You know how to go look for it now. Trump dance. Let me see the Trump dance. Hold on.
You all heard about the ex-president of Honduras that he pardoned?
That he pardoned, brother. That he pardoned. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's like esse.
But so
I only hope the radar that set up in Tobago pick up that one. Pick up that dance.
Yeah.
Listen, they could pick it up, they could put it down. That nigga ain't going nowhere.
Right.
He really mean to say, you know, Trump, you're gonna have to come in here and get me.
Yeah.
That's what he mean to say, you know what I mean? Everybody else tried to leave. You know, remember Arafat? I think Arafat tried to stay. They bombed him in his house.
No, but, Arafat is the one that they he got radiation poisoning or something.
Okay, but he stayed in his house. I remember the tanks and them drove up the steps with him in there, and they got him in there. He didn't leave. He didn't roll out. I think they got him, they put him in the hospital, and then they finished him off there. But Saddam, Muammar, all them men, they got compromised. Even Assad had to flee for a point. He tried to hold up, but he had to flee. Maduro is like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere. If you could, let me start off with this one. Hold on. Where they stole $1 billion. You might have to Google it.
What?
They say the Somalians stole $1 billion through Medicaid and state fraud.
You serious?
Yeah, in Minnesota.
That's why that picture I sent it. That's why they said it was coming. Oh man.
They say $1 billion in state fraud, Medicaid fraud. Somebody might have to Google the exact article because I can't pull it up on my thing. The time subscription is jumping in. If not, in the meantime, we could start somewhere else. You know what I mean? We could definitely start somewhere else for sure. Wherever y'all want to go, I'm ready to rock with. You know what I mean?
I think we have the story in
it's on the list.
I have ICE getting ready to go to Minneapolis.
Let's go there.
Come.
What number is that?
8, I believe.
Oh, I see it. Yep. I'll read it. A new ICE operation is said to target Somali migrants in Twin Cities. The move comes as President Trump has attacked Somalis with increasingly inflammatory rhetoric in recent days. The Trump administration is launching an intensive immigration enforcement operation, primarily targeting hundreds of undocumented Somali immigrants in the Minneapolis-St. Paul region, according to an official with knowledge of the operation and documents obtained by the New York Times. The move comes as President Trump has fixated on Somalis living in the United States, using increasingly inflammatory language to attack them. He stepped up his rhetoric in the wake of last week's shooting of 2 National Guard members in Washington. even though the man suspected in the attack is an Afghan national. The directive for the Immigration and Customs Enforcement operation in Minneapolis and St. Paul came immediately after Mr. Trump's remarks. The effort, which is beginning this week, focuses largely on Somalis with final deportation orders who are living in the Twin Cities, though the official said that others who are still seeking legal status could be swept up as well. The official spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe an ongoing operation. The plan calls for the deployment of so-called strike teams, which are made up of ICE officers, agents, and other federal officials. Roughly 100 officers and agents from around the country have been brought in for the operation, the official said. Tricia McLaughlin said, a spokeswoman for the Homeland Security Department, said in a statement that the agency did not discuss future or potential operations. What makes someone a target of ICE is not their race or ethnicity, but the fact that they are in the country illegally, she added. Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota slammed the Trump administration's plans on social media.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, right? They did the same thing with the Twin Towers, right? When the people who were accused of bringing it down were Saudi Arabians, but they went after the Iraqis or the Afghanistan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something, you know what I mean? Like, now, you know what I mean? That's what I say, I mean, you can't trust nothing coming out of that white man, man.
Right.
I mean, now who knows what the hell, who planned what, or if this was something he did just to start going after the other, you know what I mean, them other nations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because as I say, like, where is the link between what happened on what you call it again in DC to the Somalians? Where's that link? You know what I mean? You're going after them Afghanistan people that the first people you're supposed to go after. You don't train them, you don't turn them into monsters. You understand? Like you know what it's like? It's like you know what I mean, like these sex offenders, you know, them sex offenders had to be on a registry.
Right.
Like why don't have these Afghanistan, these you know what I mean, people who get trained to kill? Like they're just running around and we don't know who the hell is.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's almost, you know what I mean, and that's gonna come back to bite them. You know what I mean? Lord will. Because we want the ones that turn on to do what? To go turn on their own brothers. You know what I mean? A bunch of traitors you don't have in your country. You understand? And now you're trying to, you know what I mean, blame. And the first thing you did was, you know what I mean, come after us when all we did was what? Feed your people, help you, fight your wars. You understand? Fight your wars, and we still don't get the recognition that's needed. You all heard the speech. What's his name? I think it's what's that one that I was trying to Lindsey Graham. You heard the speech Lindsey Graham give pertaining to them the shooter, the Afghanistan people. He said that he said something along the line. I think Kahan have it on his Facebook page. Oh man, Kahan put that video up. I ain't gonna do it justice. But when Captain Michelle come back, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see if I get that video and you'll see what Lindsey Graham said. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. Any more on the article?
That's pretty much it, sir.
Okay.
Right thing. There's no that would is acceptable to me. The people who are there with us in the fight that are here in America need to stay. This will be their new home, so we have a moral obligation to these people. They will make great citizens over. This is the right thing to do. There is no other ending that would is acceptable to me. The people who were there with us in the fight that are here in America need to stay. This will be their new home, so we have a moral obligation to these people. They will make great.
That moral obligation. Where's the moral obligation for black people? Who went and fighting in Vietnam Wars? Who went and fighting, you know what I mean, in your Desert Storm? Who went and fight in, you know what I mean, in Iraqi War? Where is that? No. But now these people have a moral obligation. Black people went and fight wars for you. You understand? Went and fight it. You understand? And you treat them like trash. You hang them, you know what I mean? You abuse them in the uniform. You understand? And we still forgive you for doing it. You understand? And this, I mean, this is the white man for you. This is him. Right here. That's why it's gonna be good when the Lord, you know what I mean, do him in. You know what I mean? Because he has earned what, you know what I mean, what he done dished out to Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. He earned it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's a warmonger. This man right here, he wants America to fight in Ukraine war. He wants America to fight in the war in with the Israelis and what you call it again, and the Palestinians. And he wants America to go fight Venezuela. He's a warmonger.
Right.
Right.
So why is he trying to get the Afghanistanis to stay here? You understand? And you.
So if I could, sir, they say in that Somalia like Captain Mashak was saying, the Somalians they done robbed the U.S. for over $1 billion. I mean, of taxpayer money. There was one Somalian, he owned a corner store. He claimed that he was feeding 1,000 children a day, 7 days a week out of that store. And they did the report. They said they don't even have that many people in that area, that many children in that area. So they've been robbing them for a long time. And now the funny thing is, now the Somalians, the black people in those areas are turning on the Somalians and saying, you know, they're still all the benefits we should be getting anyway. Now the Somalians are turning back on black people, right? And saying, well, y'all lazy. In fact, there was a Muslim Somalian who said, he was giving a speech in his mosque. He said, we don't want to deal with these people. They don't even know their fathers. Their mothers give it up on the first night and they don't know who their fathers are. Is that who we want?
Damn, you saw?
Go, God. He said, so he says, why would we want them in our Ummah? Our Ummah is in Islam is their nation. Understand? So it's like a back and forth now where they're turning on black people and black people turning on them. If I could just read this scripture, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Right, and as I see what's happening with all the heathens in America, how they robbing America blind. And Isaiah chapter 33, right?
Yes, I can get it. Isaiah 33 and what?
Verse 1.
Come. The book of Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled.
So this is the Lord speaking to America. And he's saying, nobody spoiled you, but you spoiled. So woe to you for doing that when you're not doing it out of retaliation, you're doing it out of your own greed. Go ahead.
Come. And dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
You're not paying nobody back. You know, you just went and dealt treacherously with the nations. It's as if you're vindictive for no reason. Right? Go ahead.
Come. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt not be spoiled.
No, read again.
Come. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
Yeah, when you've had enough and you think you ruined the world, now you're all powerful and you don't have to spoil no more, that's when you're going to be spoiled. Go ahead.
And thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously. They shall deal treacherously with thee.
And when you think you so high and mighty and you could, stop dealing treacherously, $1 billion is going to be snuck out right from under your nose. I mean, that's the judgment that's coming for America. So everybody who's trying to invest in America is about to be robbed blind by these heathens, as it's been happening right under their nose, and they ain't even realize it because they have been evil for no reason. Selected.
Listen, god damn, listen, I need that video. That's a bomb scripture too. You know what I mean? Give it up for Warren. Give it that scripture. Like,
I'm gonna get you a video, sir.
Yeah, we need that video because you have people, you have simpletons among our nation who want to bring the heathen in and would change the truth of God into a lie to say the Gentiles could be accepted. Meanwhile, the Gentiles say, we don't want you, the chosen seed in our nation. As we commit to rob and spoil the oppressor, why the fuck would I give this hard-earned thievery money to you? You ain't got no father. Like, brother, I don't know what else need to be said or what other shame the heathens need to put us through for us to stop loving them. It's almost like we have an unconditional love for them. It's almost, I really don't think that as a people we could be disrespected enough by them. I don't see it. I don't see that we could really be, disrespectful enough by them for them to say that. Like, was this a closed meeting? He said this shit in?
Last, this was in the mosque. He was preaching to the people in the mosque.
Wow.
Salaki, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, Arawadi text me. He said number 6 on the list.
Listen, I should have known better. To what Arawadi? You'll get Arawadi a hand. He be working hard on these damn stories, boy. He don't mess with it. He don't miss. He had the shit right there. He had the shit right there. Hold on. Yep. It's right there on the list. Hold on. How could I get this over? Bear with me one. I'm running on 2 computers tonight, bro. Akim Salaki. Let me get this sent over.
And can I say something too, sir, if I may?
Please.
This Somali had the nerve to call us lazy. You damn right. You understand? We are lazy when it comes to committing crimes like you heathens.
Right.
You understand? You heathens work very hard to commit evil and fraud and forgery and crime and deception. You are hard workers in the things of evil. And you look at us in America, because we are not criminals like the rest of you heathens, we are not, we are not in the position that you're in. You understand? Because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the only people that are trying to play this stupid game by the rules. And so because of that, you understand, we still try to have integrity. We still try to do things with honor and the right way and through the legal processes. And we as much as we can, try to do things the right way. Everybody else knows the American way is to work hard at being a criminal. So, of course, we're lazy to you because why wouldn't you steal $1 billion? Look at them.
Right.
Look at these lazy. They've been here all this time and they ain't stole. They probably thinking, imagine how much money we could steal. We were here 400 years. Yeah. You are.
Go ahead. Out.
Yeah. It's to call us lazy because we don't want to be criminals like you. I'll take it. You understand? Yep. I'll take it. You understand? Y'all are heathens, man. You are experts in fraud. You not just you East Africans, you Nigerians, you Ghanaians, you Asians. They said the Asians was doing all type of money card frauds out here in DC. All across the country.
Yep.
You understand? If you get if your car get broken into or stolen in the DMV in DC, Baltimore, Virginia, your car is on a container ship heading to Nigeria. Some white boy did a test. He put a tracker in his car in DC, and his car got broken into and stolen. And he said within 48 hours, his car was on a container ship heading to Nigeria.
That's right.
All you heathens that's here, you look down on us while we are honestly trying to work. The Hispanics are honestly working on these construction sites. Black people have honestly worked here in America. And you look down on us because we are the only ones who have tried to do this the right way. Everybody else, you come here and you're criminals. You assimilate into America and become criminals. So like,
and let me add to what Kazak is saying there too. That's heavy, right? Just to add to what you're saying now. these heathens learn from the so-called oppressor by using us as a scapegoat. You understand? We everybody's scapegoat.
Yeah.
Everybody. While they're robbing and stealing, we the problem. We the problem while the housing market crash. Not the Somalis and them. We the reason why, you know what I mean, the Medicaid, you know what I mean, cost so much.
Right.
You know what I mean, remember when what he cut off recently? I think it was the
SNAP, the food stamps and the SNAP card.
The food stamps. And lo and behold, that video Kazakh did, brought it out. It's these white people that's on the food stamps majority of the times.
Yeah.
So all these heathens doing is just using us as a front, and in the background, they the one robbing, they the one stealing. But we're the ones trying to send we kids to school, trying to make sure to do the work. You know what I mean? Don't cheat when you go to school. Do your work. These heathens not telling the kids that.
Yeah.
These heathens going to the store if they have the money and buying the equipment necessary to cheat.
Yeah.
While you work hard. You understand? They're finding ways to get, you know what I mean, to get on top. And you literally in the trenches working. And they're not.
Yeah.
And you.
So like, sir, if I could, what y'all bringing out so heavy, it made me think of Adam and Eve in the garden. You know what I'm saying? When they were found to be naked. But when the serpent, you know what I'm saying, when the Lord came to look for Adam after he had transgressed and he was clothed, the Lord said, and he asked him why. Adam said, man, I was naked. He said, who told you was naked? Like, we've been in this place for so long, like Officer Kazak said, trying to live the right way, trying to, work the system the way that an honorable person would. When these other nations come over here and they don't have no shame. They don't have no hesitation to get their hands dirty and to get down in the grime and the muck and to, do things the gangster way. We the only people that have a shame about ourselves. I can remember being young, growing up, living on Section 8 and going to the grocery store to buy stuff with food stamps. It was like a shameful thing to be on, on the system or getting welfare. These heathens come over here and get it and live by it. Live by it and love it and get billions of dollars and get all types of subsidies and programs with the government. You look at these, I remember growing up in the hood and, there's a Chinese chicken wing shop and the Arabs is in the little bodegas on the corner store and the East Indians got the Dunkin' Donuts and you wonder, damn, these people must really be getting money to be able to have all these businesses. Come to find out they're getting all types of subsidies and programs with the government to get, 0% loans and all types of programs that it deals America done made with their country. These folks is the poorest of the poor, living way worse and under the bottom than us. But because they're willing to do the evil and to do the shameful thing, they look at us like, look at you. You can't even get yourself together, can't even pull yourself up by your bootstraps when nobody is getting pulled up by their bootstraps. Everybody is robbing Peter to pay Paul. Everybody is playing the game the dirty, the grimy way. But then we out here naked, not knowing that everybody that's we looking at as being successful are actually the ones that's getting their hands dirty and doing all of the crime and all of the scamming and all of the, deception that we are so ashamed to find ourselves being a part of. I yield.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And if I could,
go ahead.
If I could, what you're bringing out is heavy because even what Captain I thought brought out earlier about that Senator Lindsey Graham, I looked him up. He's in bed with Lockheed Martin for his state. I believe in South Carolina, and he's always getting contracts. He deals with the contracts between the Army and his state, and that's all he wants is more contracts. And a lot of this adds up when you look at the countries that Donald Trump put on that the list, this recent list of halting all the immigration from the countries. A lot of them countries are in East Africa and in Africa, and it stems by all those African countries joining Russia. You having all these African countries joining, have been sided with Russia and are being infiltrated by Islamic extremism. And so even when you read in the scriptures say Ethiopia is going to be with Iran and going to be with Libya, which is the North Africans. And So them countries are going to be in the fight against America. So what you're seeing is America outlying those enemies that's going to be that America knows already through its intelligence networks that those countries are in bed with America's enemies.
Yeah.
So America's trying to get them out because Ethiopia and Somalia, they're the same people. And biblically, all that is Ethiopia. Kenya, Somalia, Eritrea, Djibouti, all of that is Ethiopia biblically.
They have a place named Djibouti.
Huh?
There's a place called Djibouti.
There's a place called Djibouti.
Yes, sir.
No,
It's
sir.
right by Kenya, Somalia, and all them. It's Djibouti.
Yeah, I would want to leave too. I would want to go somewhere else. They could have called the place Jatiti or Jathai. They called the place Djibouti. God damn, man.
Yeah, so, but they all going to join with Iran in Russia biblically. So you see in America's out, once it's kicked them Somalians out because they know Somalia is in bed with China, Somalia is in bed with Russia.
Right.
So it's World War III's on is the stage is being set. The stage is being set. The enemies is being kicked out and outlined. So that's what we're gonna see. So yeah. So they can talk about us all they want. They're gonna be wanting us to side with them real soon, because it's gonna be World War III.
Listen, I halfway glad they're talking about us that way. And I damn near want them to talk about us even worse, so that our people could separate from them, so that when Esau bring them to their knees, we are not intertwined in their society, where we could prop them up. You know what I mean? I think sometimes I made the reference with Mayweather and the other boxer, Mike Tyson, where in them exhibition fights, they both knocked out them men. Or with Mike Tyson, I think he pulled the punch. But there's a time with Mayweather, is either Jake Paul or McGregor. And Mayweather knocked him out and then held him up until he caught himself back. Like, that's us spiritually with the heathens. Like how the general broke down that movie, that Disney movie, I think it's Disney, the Wicked movie on Monday. Like, okay, I didn't even see the movie. I didn't want to watch it because I already suspected the white supremacy. I was like, the Hamite already got dark skin. What the fuck are you making her green for? Like, I already knew my girls wasn't going to watch that shit. I was like, they gonna make this whole anorexic, skinny white girl be the hero and, and just downplay the thing. But he went into and dismantled the whole thing. And it really what it is. Like, we the nails in society. We the nails, the hinges, the fasteners, behind the drywall where they had the studs, the little 4-inch studs that line up. We that thing that nobody cares about, nobody, wants to admit is there. But when they need support, you're looking for the stud. You want to hang a picture, you got to get the stud finder. You got to go from the corner and measure every, 6 inches or 4 inches to find the stud. You got to come find us when you want to do something even in the slightest way. Like, I want them to get so sick and talk so much shit about us that they push us out of Egypt in the spirit.
Right.
Like they how they pushed us out of Egypt in Moses' time. Right. Let them do that, because some of us will not leave even if they spit in our face.
Right. Yeah.
Some of us will not just separate from them and leave them alone. We'll just say, well, we'll turn on us. We'll say, well, what they're saying is true. We are lazy. Right. We'll say, we are, we could go do black people again. Black people, where I want to hear the defenders of these Hamites that done swindled $1 billion fucking out. Like the scripture is real when it says the children of Mammon are wiser than the children of light. Like, God damn, man. Good night. Come on, Kazak.
So, like I said, and I just want to say, shame to all you black Muslims.
Right.
Shame on all you blackity black Quran reading, head banging, rug carrying Muslims.
That's
shame
right.
on you, because you act like you so joined to these Arabs and these East Africans and Islam and that whole community out there in Dearborn, Michigan, and they damn near took over. Not Michigan, excuse me. Dearborn, Michigan, and in St. Paul, Minneapolis. They didn't. They spreading out in the whole Midwest.
Yep.
You black Muslims think that you're one because of your religion. when this is how they feel about you. You understand? Like you have joined yourselves to a people that are not your people, to serve a God that is not your God. And you serving their religion gives them power. It gives them strength to they know you're weak now. And so now they can feel confident in coming out their mouth, being in your areas. Like these people, when they come over here, they don't establish their own areas. They leech in the black community first and build a footing, and then they're able to branch out after they started in our communities. They wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't follow their religions. Black Muslims have gave these stinking Somalis a pass on being able to build themselves up off of our backs, and now they've built themselves up off of scamming us, finessing us, and now they can look down on us and say, well, you know, well, this is and that, and whatever else they said. Shame on you, Black Muslims, man. You are embarrassing. You're worse than the Christians. You're worse. You understand? Because I mean, forget about it. It's disgusting to me.
Listen, I totally feel it with it. I definitely feel it with it, and it's something. Again, the Lord is very merciful in how He gave us the wisdom and the knowledge and the truth, where we are able to see it and distinguish what's going on and witness it. It's really a sickness with us. You know, I mean, it's definitely a sickness with us, and we'll, you know, it's the garden, like you say, it's the peer pressure, it's the leaves, it's wanting to be like the other nations, and we'll gladly take the abuse from them than struggle and build something with our brother or sister. Like that's where we're at. Listen, I wouldn't doubt that these heathens are targeting our areas so that they could commit the crime.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're in the shadows with the thing. You know what I mean? Because if anything, they'll say, well, is, you know, the black people is the one abusing welfare when they're the ones doing it. You know what I mean? Like I think they take more money than the white man now. I think $1 billion. No, listen, I know Trump is a goddamn liar. I don't want to believe a liar, but shit up. You know, these heathens, they'll steal the camel and the camel hump. They'll steal the hump off the camel from you.
Yeah.
Shit. Go ahead, Salaki. Who's that?
Yes, Salaki. Yes,
go ahead, so
Yeah, and you know, where you're all bringing out is very important as well too. In noticing that, you know, as a people, as a family, when we do, you know, actually serve the Lord or follow after these instructions, you know, these heathen would be aware of it, and this is why they could get up over us, you know, and make our records, you know, a reality and a reality check for us. Because now, just as, you know, they would recognize, you know, even when I think the Ammonite mentioned that, you know, to the king that if these people them keeping these laws, you know, you don't go up against them. But anytime you know that they're not keeping it, you could overthrow them.
Right.
And looking and seeing when Columbus, you know, came across here, he came to see one thing. If the people or the children who flee to the side, if they're keeping these laws. And this is why, you know, every time, as I say, they build the empire over us over on this side, because predominantly all of us, or basically the majority of the tribes will be on this side, as prophesied by our, you know, father Jacob, grandfather, great grandfather, saying, you know, this is where you all will end up. And, you know, again, the truth, you know, it will always stand. And, you know, again, Barakatai Awashai, you know, to the men that came through the order under the Most High or King Yahweh, you know, and even, you know, being that oneness and commanding generally, and because making it even more real that everybody that tried to divert, the Lord always show that He dealing with one individual. And that spirit will be on that one individual to obtain and maintain this truth. And everybody would hate that one person for maintaining this truth. And this is the ISUPK and the Commander General.
That's right. You never lie with that one. I found the video that Arawadia put in the thing. I know I could play it for you all. Just hold on and line it up. I think this is it. Warrior, this is what you're talking about.
That's definitely it. Come on, sir.
All right, let's see. R.A.
Cap.
I think he froze.
We might have lost Captain Mashak for a second. We might have lost Captain Mashak and Captain Mashak.
Oh shit! Hold on. Y'all can't hear?
We can hear you, but you freeze.
We can see it, yeah, but it froze. Your screen froze, Cap, and the video froze.
Oh shit! There's monkeys in the control room. What about now? What about now? How is it? How is it now?
You still frozen for me, sir. You still frozen, and the video still frozen.
All right. What about now? Testing 1, 2.
I can hear you.
No,
can hear you.
Yeah.
Still waiting for your video to come in.
What the fuck?
But we don't see you though, sir.
Yeah.
Hold on. So I'm not on the screen.
You just came back in. You just came back in now.
Oh, we can see you now, Cap.
What in the flying thunderbolt is this thing here? This is oh shit.
Yeah, I said what in the skinny is going on?
What in the Djibouti is going on in God. Oh Lord. All right, let me see this thing. Good night. Okay, y'all can see the video? It froze.
We can see it.
We can see it. It just yeah.
Okay, no sweat. Hold on. You can hear it?
Most of the people that
Okay, yes. Somebody look up what RAIR is. I don't know what the hell that is. Somebody Google it and see, all right?
Neat. Especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers.
Wow.
They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them.
Listen, they're looking at him like, nigga, what the fuck is you even saying? You trying to get us in trouble? They all know that, listen, I'm out to go out with these niggas on the street. What the fuck is he even talking about?
Were the product of one night stand. One night stand.
Oh, listen, I called it. Look at this one right here. You see the cursor above red beard. Look at this one. You seeing him? Yeah. Now watch his face after they say one night stand.
The one night stand. One night stand.
He nervous. He's like, yo, hold up. Hold up. You're talking about these niggas now. You know we can't fight them. What the hell is he talking about? He already peeped the whole thing.
They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. You know, I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah?
So, if you could stop right there, sir.
Go ahead.
So, like I said, just to get some insight, when he said, "Is that what we want for our ummah?" For those who don't know, ummah is what the Muslims call their nation. Our ummah is our world. They're basically telling you they don't want you in their world, but you insist on joining them. You insist on speaking their language and carrying yourself like them. When they're saying you are the plague in their world, they don't want you. So, like I said,
somebody.
Zephaniah 2 on what? 2 on what? 1?
Yep. Nation not desired.
I got the breakdown.
I know you're listening, Arawadia. Please send this to Mathaya. I want this up on that DC page, brother. Because, boy, this is so heavy. And, you know, for sure, I'm going to try to get this to UK. And in fact, you could send it to Jamaica and Bahamas. I'm going to make sure this get on the Trinidad page. Because Benjamites love these Somalians.
Yeah.
Benjamites love these Ethiopians and these Somalians. And, you know, pray for Somalia and the slavery and all that type of shit. And this is how they're talking.
Them brothers who went across there in Ethiopia, they learned the hard way.
Yeah.
They learned the hard way. Where
That's
they had
wild.
to beg, they was begging the government to help them. You understand? And they won't get that help. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I got the breakdown of what that RAIR stands about.
Come on, bring it up.
This is a political and media platform founded by Amy Meckelberg, known online as Amy Mech. It is political stance and focus. It is described as a right-wing platform focused on topics such as immigration, Islam, left-wing politics, and globalism.
Okay, so this is some devil who I guess posted the video on their network.
Yeah, they're trying to start something.
Well, they're listening to what everybody's saying, and like I said, these Republicans and these what do you would call them? They are the right wing or they're the left?
Right wing, sir.
They're the right wing. Yeah, these right wing Republicans and the extremists, like if you listen to them in their reference to the Bible and to Christianity, they took all the UPK breakdowns on it and just adopted it to themselves. They ain't coming with the regular Christianity no more. They say so. They're watching and listening to everything. So that has nothing to do with them. I think they may be the ILMTV or whatever. But Warrior, is there any more on this you want to play, or that's about it?
That's about it, sir. But I would like to just make a comment on this and on Islam as a whole, if I could, sir.
Yeah.
So Islam, because I know I have a personal beef with Islam, right? Islam
I think we all know.
has a Islam has a practice, right, sir? It's called muta, MUTAH, and it's literally temporary marriage. So, for example, you could give a woman a dowry. It could be for a minute. You say you want to sleep with her. She says, "How much you'll give me?" You say $30. So you give her the $30. That's a dowry for that minute. At the end of the minute, the marriage is over. They call that muta, right? I'll give you a little bit of it. It says muta is considered a form of temporary rental or marriage where a man pays a woman compensation for a specific period of sexual enjoyment. All that hijab, all that kamakan, right? All that hijab, all that burqa, cover, modesty, it's all a joke. They practice this. This is called muta. So this son of muta here is talking about we don't know our fathers, and we just who knows how he.
Yeah, they froze your Warrior. They got him.
He got to talking too much, so he got to bring it down. He got to dropping it too heavy.
Too much moo in the style, Warrior. They got him.
You know, the CIA be hiring Ethiopians and stuff and Somalians.
You know what? I think that drunk raccoon they found in Maryland is fucking up everybody's screen yard. You all heard about that one, right? Some raccoon. They opened a liquor store this morning. They see a ton of bottles of Hennessy and liquor on the floor, broken up, and they say they found a raccoon passed out in the bathroom. They say the raccoon break in and broke all the liquor bottles and drank the liquor. I'm like, if y'all don't know some high school white boy prank yet, you're gonna blame a raccoon. Since when raccoon is drinking liquor, nigga? A Warrior, you back?
Come on, sir.
I think he's still out. I think he's still frozen. Hold up. What about now?
I can see it, sir. He might just be a little bit. His voice might be a little delayed.
Okay. Go ahead, Warrior. Go ahead with the muta.
Come on, sir. So that is a practice that they it's lawful in their world. In their ummah, as he said, it's lawful. So imagine him who practices this, or his religion, his prophet told him to practice this, turn around and telling black people, "Oh, you're having one night stands." When you literally paying for prostitutes, you change the name, and Islam does this a lot. They change the name of what the scripture says unlawful, and they make it lawful by giving it a different name and making it look like it's acceptable. I mean, and then when I go online and I call them a son of muta, they get offended. But I'm like, it's lawful though in your religion. Why are you offended about? If it's nothing wrong with it, you're a son of muta. And this son of muta is, wants to talk about us when his mother would accept money for temporary marriage for 3 days, for 1 day, for 20 minutes.
Right.
They're trying to shame us. Like you were saying earlier, sir, every crime in America that happens, I've started, after I've seen all these things that the heathens do, I start to call crime blackface. Crime is blackface. Every crime in America, we take the blunt of the heat from it, and they take all the benefits.
Yep.
So we're the ones whose parents are having one night stands, but he practices muta. Salaki, sir.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look at this here. Hold on. I think this is the proper name of it. It's called Nika-i Muta.
Right?
What is Nika Hamuta? Fucking stupid retarded ass.
And if I could, sir, so you know, right? The word nikah here, most Muslims will say nikah is marriage because they say nikah is marriage. No, nikah is literally the F word. It's literally the F word because marriage in Arabic is zawaj. Nikah is the F word. If you go and tell Arabic man, I want to do nikah with your daughter, he's gonna want to fight you. But they say as the marriage word for ignorant black people here because they were taught that's literally the Arabs making fun of him and tell him, hey, I want to do nikah with you, and they think the Arabs saying I want to marry you. Well, it's literally the F word. So nikah muta is effing for pleasure. Salaki.
I think that's what it's going into. Listen, I worry him. I'm gonna go back on this tape after. I'm gonna write down all this shit for Canva. I'm gonna send somebody insane right there on his spot. He gonna go jihad right there on his spot. Straight off the edge.
Right.
Like that shit. I'm gonna learn that just for them.
God, come. I
I
can read it, sir.
Go ahead.
Khan, what is nikah muta? Arabic, translate nikah al-muta, literally pleasure marriage, or sikhe, Persian.
It's just what a warrior was saying. The pleasure is like, fuck marriage or the fucking marriage.
Right.
It's, it's a pleasure marriage. It's not, listen, and that's so heavy because the Bible says in the Apocrypha, I take this woman not for pleasure.
That's right.
That's in the Apocrypha, in the marriage vow. I take this woman not for pleasure. They have a pleasure marriage. They're the ones with the what they call the band of hoes. What is called that? Not haram.
The harem.
Is a harem?
Yeah.
Harem. Yep, that's them. Go ahead, Kazak.
Kawakan is a private and verbal temporary marriage contract that is practiced in 12er Shia Islam, which the duration of the marriage and the mahr must be specified and agreed upon in advance. It is a private contract made in a verbal or written format. A declaration of the intent to marry and an acceptance of the terms are required as in other forms of marriage in Islam. According to 12er Shia jurisprudence, preconditions for muta are the bride must not be married, she must be Muslim or belong to al-Kitab, people of the book, and should be chaste, not addicted to fornication, and she should not be a young girl, it's like a young virgin, if her father is absent and cannot give consent. At the end of the contract, the marriage ends and the wife must undergo Ida.
I'm sure Ida is some ceremony where she's made a virgin again.
I can tell you this.
You can re-enter into the whole thing. Go ahead, warrior.
I can tell you exactly what Ida is, sir. Salaki.
Come on.
Ida is you have to, after she done had sex, you have to wait a 3-month period before she could do muta again. Right?
Yeah.
And Ida applies to women who are old, young, and those who are prepubescent. A prepubescent girl, according to the Quran, has to go through Ida. Why would a prepubescent girl need Ida? Why would she need to wait 3 months if she's prepubescent? That's their religion.
I guess Epstein was a Muslim.
And if I could,
was practicing shahada.
Right.
Go ahead.
And if I could, they lying when they say, "Oh, she got to be unmarried," because a lot I've got firsthand witness testament that's told me that brothers in the States who are Muslim, they will divorce their wife when one of them Arabs come into town, and then do the marriage with the Arab while he's in town. Then when he leave, he take her back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So that's them. That's who want to Salaki, sir, if I could. That's who want to talk bad about us. That's who want to talk about it. If I could read one more thing, if I could, sir.
Please.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is a hadith from their books to show you what kind of people we're dealing with. This is a hadith in Kazakh, it is Sahih, right? It's the book of 2517, right? This is it says, we used to sell our slave women and the mother of our children when the prophet was still living among us. I'll read again. We used to sell our slave women and the mother of our children. The prophet was living among us. The mother of their children, the people who they did muta with. And these were like, the women amongst them. And they were their slaves. They would sell them also. And this is the son of Muta who wants to talk bad. Like, we don't know about.
That's crazy, man. That's wild. Like I want everybody to see these heathens and hear everything they say, so we can really separate, turn our backs on them. It's unfortunate that most of us still won't. But he's telling you what he thinks of us as a people. He's telling it to
Come.
It right there. You know what I mean?
So, like I said,
go ahead.
And what Officer Warren, the information he bringing out is so monumental. It again goes back to the point: we the only people here that's trying to live right. Like black people are trying. You understand? Like, we have a zeal for knowledge, and to what's the scripture is? I'm paraphrasing. Zeal for the Lord without
zeal
knowledge.
for God, but not the knowledge.
Like, that's who we are as a people. Like, our entire lives, in general, of course, is us trying to find the right path. That's our lives. Meanwhile, you got these heathens that's living. This is prostitution, but because they put a fancy Arabic word on it, and they spin it a certain way, they can now look at that. They can look at us as if we the sons of one night stands. When, nigga, you're a son of a muta. Like, you're the son of Motel 8, Motel 6. You understand? That's what you're the son of. You understand? But because they put a fancy word on it, they put fig leaves on the damn prostitution. To us, we looking at this culture like it is. So Islam is such a beautiful culture. The Arabic, nigga, they are worse than you. Their culture is worse than you and what you're doing. They just have found a way to spin it and make it seem like it's lawful. Like, that's a crime. Prostitution is a crime. And it's intertwined with their religion, just like crime is intertwined in Christianity and all these religions. Like, it's the heathens' culture to be deviant and criminals and not right. And then they turn around and have the audacity to look at God's people, while our entire lives is built on trying to find the right path. You talk to black people and Hispanics, a lot of people, once they leave church, and you ask them how you doing, and a response is always, I'm just trying to find the right way, trying to do the right thing. Like, that's who we are as a people, sincerely. We don't have the right tools because of the religions that we follow. But for every black, Hispanic, or Native American that I talk to personally, it's the same thing. Like, we are genuinely trying to find the right way. Meanwhile, they finding the perfect way to spin evil and then look down on us. Like, it's terrible, man. Also, Warrior, that information is heavy. So, like,
yeah, man. Listen, Warren, I tell you, you're gonna have to start to do some shorts on it. Some kind of TikTok or shorts or something. Because good night. So like this Commander Hannah Alawapania, in the comments. Barack. So while two general, the general say that's incredible. Your grasp on Islam was strong for sure. Listen now. You bringing out some shit there that they would never want us to know. You know what I mean? We are worried about that for sure.
You're right. I have to go and look up the difference between that and prostitution, right?
Come on with it.
Man, it's no difference. They are the same. So, they have like 6 different features. So that the contract, right? So say the nikah is required, a contract is required. Prostitution, none. No contract required. Purpose, marriage. For nikah, marriage. For the prostitution, sexual transaction.
Yep.
For a permitted Shia, yes, no, haram. I think the haram is like for them is like is
It's like
illegal or
bad or
something.
something.
It's
Yeah.
bad, yeah. So they say rights for nikah, yes. For prostitution, no. So prostitutes don't have no rights, according to them. Lineage. So they say with nikah, if you get children from them, is legitimate children. With prostitution, is illegitimate. Feature religious basis for nikah is the Quran, Sunnah, Shia view, and prostitution forbidden. Which is, as I think somebody was saying, they're just trying to put a spin on it. It's prostitution, but it's prostitution where now they put a spin. They try to tie the religion into the prostitution, so that they don't feel bad like black men going in a strip club.
Right,
you know what I mean?
So, like,
you know what I mean? You.
So, like, if I could, and I'm curious, I don't know, maybe a warrior could speak on this as well. Like, okay, as far as societal or as far as the hierarchy, what is those children that's born from nikah? Are they looked at as legitimate? I know Captain Doc just brought it out, but I'm sure there has to be some schism among that as far as with the children, especially when it comes to inheritance.
Okay, so that's why all right. When you're dealing with Muslims, you always hear this term. The scholars defer, right? Meaning that there's different ideas, right? One idea that is out there, and I'm not exaggerating, you can look this up. A girl who's not born out of regular marriage, if she's born through nikah, she's not your daughter, and you can marry her. That's in their books.
Oh,
That's in their books. You understand what I mean? It's a vile religion. This religion is of Satan. You understand what I mean? The minute somebody tells you your reward is, you're going to heaven and you're going to have an everlasting erection and one orgasm lasts 70 years. So like your sisters on here, but this is Islam. So I'll get to I mean, one orgasm lasts 70 years. Only Satan would talk to you like that. Only Satan would offer you anything of that nature. I mean, so like you, sir, to answer your question, the scholars differ, but there are different answers to it. But that's why they do the 3 months of, she can't do nikah again to see if she has a child. They'll know who the child is for. But most Muslims believe it's not a legitimate child. That means you could marry her. Salaki.
That is a brother. This is a whole cesspool of deviance that just kiss around. It's an entire cesspool of deviance, and now it you could see where the the little dancing boys in the dress they be having. I forget what they call them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bazi boys.
Bazi boys. The Djibouti boys. The Djibouti boys, and the whole culture of getting flew out to Dubai. It's them. Like they are, so deviant. I wonder how much deviancy was going on up there in Minnesota. $1 billion worth. $1 billion worth, according to the report. Because look, this is the White House report, and of course, the commander in chief, he has a problem with truth. But we're gonna take this one here. This is straight from the White House report. Yes, there's something wrong with Waltz, and it cost taxpayers $1 billion. Right? Nowhere is that more evident than the shocking fraud scandal that took place under the incompetence of deeply disturbed Democrat Governor Tim Walz, in which 78 of the 86 individuals charged so far of Somalian ancestry. Democrats allowed a $1 billion heist to take place. Dozens of individuals, largely of East African descent.
Slack, I can read it, sir. It popped up now. It had a delay on my end. I can read it.
Oh, shit. Salakia. No sweat. Go ahead.
Khan, largely of East African descent, looted taxpayers out of over $1 billion that was intended for child food assistance in what amounted to the country's largest pandemic relief fraud scheme.
Wow.
The fraud involved Slacky.
So wait, meaning this thing was since 2020?
Yeah.
Boy, these heathens, boy. You know, the UK is having a similar problem with these Palestinians and these Pakistanis, where they go over there and they overwhelm the system so much, just overwhelm the system, just taking everything, claiming shit they ain't supposed to claim, and just taking money, you know. And of course, at first they would be looking at black people, but when they look at the books, black people is not the one making the claims.
Right.
Black people over there in the UK is the ones actually trying to work. I'm gonna find the other article and maybe post it. There's one of their white supremacist groups pulled the numbers and said the non-Muslim immigrants live better in the UK than the Muslim and the Asian ones. And the non-Muslim ones he talking about is us. And then he goes down to list it. He said they go to work, they take care of themselves, you know, they don't do the things that we see in here. They're not forcing their way of lifestyle on you. But they're saying the Asians, and then that's what they're doing. These Somalians is doing the same thing here. A $1 billion fraud heist over what, maybe 2 or 3 years? That's how long COVID lasted, right?
Yep. Wow. Sir.
Wow.
And if go ahead.
Come on.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Cap.
No, I was just gonna make a quick comment. And almost all that money went straight to Mogadishu. I just watched a video about Mogadishu. Basically turned itself around from a war-torn, Black Hawk Down situation to, everything's rebuilt. New roads, new buildings, modern this, modern that. That's where I see how Mogadishu built itself back up.
That's probably
did this because if I could, there were lots of countries that were during the PPP loan and during that time period, there were lots of countries who were hacking into the American system and taking loans out and using all type of old dead people's information, all the information they had, and pulling loans. It was happening in Ukraine, all these countries, China, Japan, all these countries was doing it. So for the Somalia to be the largest, that's real money they took.
Yeah.
Like that's because there was tons of other countries taking millions and hundreds of millions. So
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Cap, go ahead.
Come on, Cap. Can I get a scripture? I want to try to pull a scripture. Galatians chapter 4, verse 28. But when it's heavy that Officer Warrior brought that out, because it makes me now question a lot of the Muslim extremists that rise up in those different, in their religion, and it makes me wonder, were they the product of Nika? Because trying to prove that, there's almost like, a lot of them they go over, above, and beyond to prove their radicalism or their extremism. And it makes me think that a lot of them are illegitimate or viewed as illegitimate among their brethren. So, but that's just me. It just, it's just something that comes across my mind, and I think about that. Because a lot of times, with siblings and things like that, that can happen. In these false religions. The one child is more, legitimate than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it brings me to this scripture right here since they want to talk about, how we are conceived. I want to go to Galatians chapter 4, verse 28.
The book of Galatians chapter 4 and verse 28. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise.
You understand? This is Paul speaking, I believe, and he's letting the Israelites know that we are the children of the promise. You understand? What was that promise? The promise was made to Abraham, through Isaac. Go ahead.
But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecute him that was born after the spirit. Even so, it is now.
You understand? These Arabs, Hagar, they're children of the flesh. And this Nika and this whatever this is in their religion, it proves it. Because it's after the flesh. You understand? Yeah. We were born after the promise. You understand? The promise was given to the Israelites, not to these Arabs or these Muslim, these false religions. You understand? But it's specifically talking about talking about Ishmael. Go ahead.
Can. Nevertheless, what saith the scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son. For the son of the bondwoman shall not be the heir with the son of the free woman.
You understand? They not gonna have the kingdom. And why does this say free woman? Because Sarah was not a bond woman. You understand? Our mother is free. You understand? So we are free men and free women, you know what I'm saying, under Yahweh Shah. We turn back to the Most High. You understand? Keep going.
That's right.
So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free.
You see that? So when they father a religion of Islam, then guess what? You becoming a bond, you're serving a bondman or a bondwoman's religion. You serve these heathens' religions, you serve it subjugates you. But to be free is to walk in your own culture. To be free is to serve our King Yahweh Shah, the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That right there makes you free. But of course, they say things like this because they have to prop themselves up like they're somebody great, but they're not great. And they know compared to us, you know what I'm saying? They can't even, you know, touch us with a 10-foot pole.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. I definitely agree with you, Khan, because remember, even how the heathens is even remember with the devil that tried to debate Commanders and Yohana. Remember, he brought it out how he's not even a devil. Like the general got the proof that he wasn't even. I think even the week after we were saying it, we were saying like this guy don't even look like a devil on the show. You remember? We were saying it's like
I remember.
Prove himself to the real white supremacists, but he's not really one. And it's like what you said. Like, who knows if these are some lower, you know, people who need to prove that they, you know, like they're a real Muslim or they're real something. You know what I mean? So, you know, Arwadia sent one more video. Here, I would like to play it for you all, and then we could jump to Trump and Venezuela for sure. Hold on, Trump drops.
And if I could say one thing on it,
Please.
I remember my first Passover, Commander Gianna said, when you see Africa join into the mix, then you know we right at the door of World War III. And for people who remember a couple weeks ago, America was so-called threatening to enter Nigeria to fight the war in Nigeria. And the reason, if some people don't know, was because Islamic extremists were pushing into the borders of Nigeria from the north of Nigeria. And, you know how they do, kidnapping women and children and raiding towns. But they were moving into Nigeria, you know, and Nigeria and Ghana and those places right there are America's main allies since they sold us into slavery 400 years ago. So that's part of all that whole movement of Africa going to be fighting in World War III. You know, so if you a black black Muslim, it's over for you. You know what I mean? You might as well throw that kufi away because you know what I mean, it's not going to look good. You know what I mean? As this third world war starts closing in on everybody, it's going to close in on everybody. That's it.
That's right.
If I could, sir, if I could, real quick, if I could add to what Cap Kaposh just said, what he said was so heavy. I mean, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Every man will turn to his own people in that day."
Right.
That's what I mean. And blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you just gotta make sure that you're not ashamed when you're doing that. Don't be at that point where you have no choice, where Islam basically kicked you out. Now you gotta join us. Make a decision to join your people. Decide to join your people. Don't run to your people out of desperateness. Make a decision today. Decide to join your own people. To hell with everybody else. I'm gonna tell you this: the Somalians, they got $1 billion out of the U.S., which is wrong, but they did it together. If I could, they did it unanimously. I haven't heard one Somalian come out and say it was wrong what they did. They said they're looking at it as, yeah, we did that. You understand what I mean? Now we are more righteous people, like the brothers have been bringing out, But we need that unity where we could do something righteous for our people. I mean, and not be looked down on. So let's join together by choice, not because, you know, we have no choice because Islam kicked us out, Christianity kicks us out, or nobody wants us. I mean, so like, I just want to say that.
No, you absolutely right with that one. Let me play this one here. Arwad just sent this one over. He said this is a breakdown of the $1 billion.
City Journal, showing a massive fraud scheme in Minnesota. You have to hear about this. It involves false autism claims, the Somali community, and connections to a terror group. Let's explain over at The Wall. Now, it all revolves around autism and HSS program. That is Minnesota's Medicaid Housing Stabilization Services. Now, this was created to help seniors, addicts, and others find housing. But the criteria to enter this program was incredibly loose and therefore easy to take advantage of. It's led to fraud and costs absolutely exploding. Just 5 years ago, in 2020, costs for this program were $2.6 million. 4 years later, by 2024, cost had been over $100 million, 104. Through the first 6 months of this year, costs are at 61 million, meaning if you double that over the entirety of the year, you're looking at $122 million. In 5 years, from 2 million to 122 million. Now, why? 6 people are accused of defrauding HSS. They're members of the Somali community, but this just gets worse. If we take a look at Minnesota's federally funded autism program. Now, several people, and this is an example, a woman in the Somali community are co-conspirators, and they're accused of recruiting kids for autism therapy. They brought in families, had them convinced to get their kids diagnosed as autistic. In fact, these families ultimately ended up having various social services bid for their children, competing with the number of size of check that they would get. It didn't matter if the kids had autism. And what happened? Autism claims to Medicaid surged. In 2018, $3 million. By 2023, listen here, from $3 million to $400 million. Autism providers jumped from 41 to 328 in 5 years. Now, City Journal reports that the Somali fraud rings send a lot of money back to Somalia. 40% of households in Somalia get remittances from abroad. That totals $1.7 billion. That is more than the entire budget of the Somali government. Money being sent abroad, from abroad, back to Somalia. Where is that money going? Take a look at this. Most alarmingly, a lot of that money is funneled through money traders, and in the end, ends up in the hands of al-Qaeda-linked Islamic terror group Al-Shabaab. So to bring this full circle, the Minnesota taxpayers are funneling money through fraudulent autism claims back to Somalia, where that money lands.
Salaki, man, I hate to be a conspiracy man.
I already thinking of that. I wasn't waiting to let you say it. Go ahead.
Salaki, I think this ain't no different than the Contra scandal, Iran Contra scandal. You know what I mean? Where, you know what I mean, like the so-called head chopper that was in the White House.
Right.
Remember, he was funded by the government to go after he had a bounty on his head. You understand? And what it was seen to when they went into Afghanistan, they had to deal with the so-called with the criminals and the drug dealers when they went in to overthrow those countries.
Right.
You understand? So what's taking place here? They allowed this to go on.
Yeah.
So that these people, somebody uncovered that these people, the Al-Shabaab and them, was getting money from that. But the only way that was allowed is because the government allowed that shit to happen. And they turn a blind eye to it. Ain't no way you could tell me the way you squeeze. If I do my IRS taxes, I get a letter in the mail the next month.
Come on, man.
Telling me I have to pay my IRS taxes or else.
That's right. Yep. And they set up the whole payment. They give you 3 payment options.
Yeah. They know where that money was going. Just like they know that Honduras ex-president,
right?
He was running that whole country like a drug hub. They know it. They know it. They're just trying to out somebody here right now, but they know what the hell was going on. 1.7 billion.
Yeah,
the white man loves money. Nah, you ain't catching me on that. Salakia.
Go ahead.
No, you got it, Cap. You got it. I'll yield to you finish.
No, go ahead, please, brother.
I was just gonna say, if I could, I mean, you know, the Book of Revelations, when it talks about the destruction of Babylon, it talks about all of the kings of the earth have waxed and fat through the abundance of her delicacies, and how all of these nations are going to cry and wail when they see the burning of its fire. And this is why. Like, imagine an entire Somali universe being run off of subsidies from goddamn autism health relief, and 1.7 billion is going back to Somalia. I remember, like, I live in Memphis, Tennessee now, right? Since I moved to Memphis in 2019, right before COVID till now, there's been a huge influx of East Indians. I mean, there's whole East Indian neighborhoods where they living in, like, they whole little sections. And I wondered to myself, what is making all of these East Indians come from East India right here to Memphis? When I was growing up in D.C., there's a large concentration of Ethiopians in D.C. And I used to wonder why in Eritrea and Ethiopia, of all the places in the universe to go, why all of them coming to Washington, D.C.? Because these countries get subsidies and get set up with housing and all types of programs to assist them in coming to America and setting themselves up. Like Captain Nayadok said, that plan was purposefully instituted and was probably, you know what I'm saying, streamlined for those Somalis to get money, to come to Minnesota, live there, and set themselves up. And now that it's getting exposed and it's getting blown up, as the America continues to fall and all of these things be uncovered that's been happening under, you know, behind the scenes and behind closed doors, we're the ones that get demonized for it. The Lord's people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we get demonized for scamming the government. We get demonized for needing health care, for needing welfare, when these other nations are coming over here planned and in cahoots with the government to get the money that's supposed to be going to us. But then we get scapegoated as being the bad guys while they get to get rich and get billions of dollars. And when it's all said and done, they go back to their country and, hey, man, no sweat, no big deal. Like, no Somali's going to go to prison behind this. No Somali's going to go work a chain gang behind this. You understand? The worst is going to happen is they get sent back to their country, but they're going back to their country to collect all the money they've been sitting over there for the last 5 years behind autism research.
Right. All right. If I could, when you
That's
look up,
that's right.
That's right.
Right. If you look up Al Shabaab's enemies, it's the Somalian government, and then if you look up the Somalian government, they've been getting aid from China. Somalian government's in bed with China. Even the Chinese fleets are it says maritime security. China's naval fleets have carried out anti-piracy escort missions in the waters off Somalia, contributing to regional security. So China's trying to get the security going there, and America's sending $1 billion to a terrorist group there.
Listen, like that's exactly what I was going to get at, because both of you all, you know, what you're saying, and so heavy, and with fact too, how we bringing out big up Corral come said Doge ain't catch this. That's all right. How the hell Doge missed all this money? You know what I mean? Shakad says, damn right, provoking to jealousy. It's a damn shame. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you how. Because, like you said, they're working with these governments, and they already knew that money was going. Trump is letting the Qatarians come in, so he can't afford to, you know, to be a foster parent to every heathen group. He had to offload some. So just like what you all were saying, they already knew this was going on, and right now, Somalia, they don't got no cards on the table, like what he told Ukraine. You know, you ain't got no cards to play no more, Zelensky. So now we're gonna get rid of you Somalians. Whatever budget was, you know, left there for them to operate and to get fat on. that's going to go help these Qatarians that coming in and whoever else he's making these new deals with. You know what I mean? They're offloading these people because, like I say, ain't no way you could tell me this is a fraud. $1 billion going for how long? For over a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Come on, man.
5 years.
$1 billion. You get the Israel school, a UPK, a tenth of that, you'll see a overnight, night and day change in the Black and Latino community.
That's right.
These fools stealing the damn money, doing whatever, and committing more crimes. I'm sure if you dig deeper, they're committing damn near all the crimes in Minnesota.
Yeah.
All these stick-up kids. I know you all heard of knife crime and stuff in London. You know, a great deal of the knife crime in the UK is Somalians and Ethiopians. They don't ever say that. They make it out like it's Benjamins doing it. It's these Somalians doing it. And the brothers who over there will tell you they'll get into a stabbing or a robbery and just fly back home for 6 months. And when the police can't find nobody or the lead go cold, they'll just come back on the ends. You'll just see them appear back. So they used to just getting over on everybody and doing everything. Which is why we really had to separate from them so the spotlight could be on them and them alone.
That's right.
Spotlight needs to be on them and them alone. Go ahead, please.
Even when growing up, and again, they had that advertisement that these Somalians with flies over them out. So it's so all of a sudden, all of a sudden, everybody could talk now. They have a voice.
Yeah. So they ain't swatting flies no more.
If I could, so just to add one more thing before we move on from this topic, imagine being poor and black in Minnesota, and out of nowhere you see all of these Somalis, these Africans come to this city that you're living in, and you start out with maybe 5 of them, then 10 of them. The next thing you know is whole neighborhoods, and they all got money. They all driving nice cars. They all living in decent houses. Meanwhile, you being told, black people are the problem with this city, and black people are the problem with all this welfare and all these handouts. And you're poor, been living there for generations, and wondering how did these people come here out of the fly on your face country? And they riding in Benzes and shopping at all of the fancy stores. And you wonder, you say to yourself, man, surely something must be wrong with us. We must be just a misfit people that we can't find no way to get no money. We can't find no way to get ahead. But these other people come over here and they living in paradise and living in heaven because they are fraudsters. Because they willing to, damn near in the black community, you would not say your child got autism to get money. It's damn near like you scared to vex your child. If I say the kid got autism, the next baby might have it. So you wouldn't even want to do something like that because of you wouldn't scared to be putting that on the next child. They come over here and the whole family got autism. All of us retarded. We don't know nothing. They speak to their kids, train their kids, doing that doctor. You don't speak no English. You can't count. Dyslexic. Write your letters backwards. They teach their kids to practice writing their letters backwards. Teach the damn baby you don't talk till you're 5. Baby, you don't say a word till you're 5. Beat the baby from 6 years to not talk. The baby don't talk till 5 years old so they can get them checks. But yet we the ones that's demonized in this place. We the ones that's the cause of the system failing and why America's poor. So $1.7 billion in one goddamn state going to one country, not to mention the $80 billion they give every year to Israel, but there's no money for blacks and Hispanics. And there's no money for hardworking people that line up at a goddamn Home Depot every day to get a job to carry plywood to build your house. There's no money for them to go in the fields and to pick the strawberries and the oranges and the goddamn avocados you love so much. But you got $1.7 billion to give to some goddamn Somalians. The Lord is exposing the evil and the hypocrisy of America, and it is vindication for the Lord's people that all of these nations have conspired against you. The Somalis know that by coming over here and doing this, whenever it gets found out, they're going to demonize them black people in that city. They're going to demonize them Hispanics and Native Indians. Imagine Somalis have $1.7 billion and they sat quietly while the Minnesota burnt down when the brother got killed up there. What city was that in Minnesota where the brother got?
That's Philando Castile.
Orlando Castillo got killed. They rioted in that city and blamed black people for being poor and for burning. Salaki, is that the city where the white
that's
boy
George Floyd.
somebody?
No, I think that was
George Floyd.
Yeah,
George
Floyd.
Floyd.
Right.
You understand? Imagine while they rioting over that, the Somalis getting $1.7 billion to play retarded. This is an evil, disgusting place, man. And the Lord is exposing the evil and lifting up the skirt of America so everybody can see just how foul and deviant they've been. There once was a time where America would funnel $1.7 billion to Somalia, but just say it's humanitarian aid. Donald Trump came in there. There's no more humanitarian aid. They exposing the reality that, yeah, we just be funneling money to these countries. There once was a time where you used to hear about, think about it, Salakia. The sad commercials with the Somalis with the flies on the eyeballs don't even come on no more. There's no more distended bellies. There's no more send $1 to help this starving child. They just give it to them. Let them come over here and play retarded. I mean, play Salakia. What's happening right now with Venezuela? They try to pretend like it's about drugs and it's about everybody knows y'all want that oil.
That's it.
Everybody knows that China and Russia then locked up that side of the world and they making deals with everybody and the BRICS got you on wits end. America is pulling out every last ditch effort to make deals with these companies and these countries to keep the U.S. dollar afloat. They know that if they let the U.S. dollar go and they allow the oil to be controlled by China and Russia, the jig is up. So they're going to go to war. They're willing to go to war and bomb Venezuela into the Stone Age, send soldiers to go in there and die in a ground invasion like they did in Iraq and Afghanistan, because that's how important that oil money is. But the Lord is showing the earth who the devil is. The Lord is showing the earth this is how they move and this is how they get by. And the earth seems to be ready to answer now. China is ready to support Venezuela. Russia is ready to support who they need to support to keep their lines open. And it's a beautiful thing. All the Lord's people got to do is realize that all of these people have conspired to keep us down. There is no love and no place for us in their society. And we should turn to the Lord and turn to one another because we don't have a dog in this fight. We ain't got no military. We ain't got no bargaining chips. We ain't got no negotiating power. We should turn to the Lord, man, and see what the Lord is trying to do in exposing all of our enemies to give us an opportunity to turn back to him. Salaki, I yield.
Is that right, I think he's coming all the way up. Because I was just about to say $1 billion in aid when there's black people who actually have legitimate special needs kids. And told all kind of different funding stuff as to why. First off, the school ain't going to even recognize a child. They'll say what? Your child is lazy. They don't pay attention. The child actually has a learning something, and if they get support, they could get through school like everybody else. But these monsters just come and take everything and didn't work for it. Like if imagine they were the slaves that built the empire, and the empire do not give them nothing. And they decide they're going to go in there and just apply for everything and raid the barn. You could damn near make a case and say, well, listen, these people built your country. You should have been paying them. You should not put them in a position to take cookies out the cookie jar. You should have built them their own kitchen and give them a baker to bake cookies for them. They shouldn't have to steal out the damn kitchen. But these motherfuckers ain't built nothing. They did nothing and just, collecting the money. The oppressor will let everybody get good and rich and fat off of the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
He will allow it. He will allow it. And if it comes, public knowledge, we never knew about this. How dare they steal? How dare they do that? Y'all heard about the is North Korea or Vietnam? One of them, all them remote jobs that you could apply for. These motherfuckers was applying for U.S. remote jobs from over there as if they was living in America using VPNs, getting the job, getting paid, and all the checks going. I think it's North Korea.
It's North Korea. Yeah.
It's North Korea.
Yeah.
I forget how much money they made at. They was just replying for remote jobs, using the VPN, making up a web page and a LinkedIn page. And these dummies over here think they're hiring somebody from Wisconsin. And this nigga in Korea collecting the check. I forget how much millions of dollars they done collect in salaries before America get hip to the damn shit. Like they were just everybody gets over except us.
Yeah. Even so like oh, it's gonna come in there, but just quick. Even the video Kazakh did with them white people. Kazakh, how much money them white people was before the state for?
They didn't say the specific amount, sir, but it's the largest food stamp ring in the nation. It was a bunch of Jewish people.
Brother, you know why they didn't say how much? Because if they tell you how much they took, the people will burn America down.
Come on.
If they tell you how much they took out, the white supremacists gonna come out of the caves in Montana and just tear this place down.
Mm-hmm.
So like your Captain Shock, what you brought out was heavy about them remote jobs going to North Koreans, right? Imagine they sit at a computer creating a profile, using VPN to make their thing ping like they can in America. Meanwhile, we press our kids to go to college. Press our kids to get ACT scores and SAT scores, and then go and take a loan out for $200,000 for a 4-year university, and then you graduate from the college and got the degree and can't get a job in your field. Meanwhile, Kim Jong-un and all of his cousins is over there in North Korea, never went to college, never went to school, applying for a job and using the thing and getting all the money.
Fake resumes, everything.
Fake resume, all of that. You black, you gotta go. It's brothers. I know brothers now be on ChatGPT practicing for job interviews. I gotta interview tomorrow for this company and this thing. What questions do I gotta prepare for? You go practice with ChatGPT and ChatGPT tell you, nah, that's not good enough. You don't get the job, bro. You just run it back one more time. You practicing with ChatGPT for the job interview. Meanwhile, you know, Kim Chung is over there typing it in, ain't gotta sit and see nobody. He go in there and type some shit, and then he got to program a job. So like, yeah, you. This is crazy.
Listen, it's crazy. Hold on, let me show you if people think I made this shit up. This is Business Insider report from June 2025. That's the day, July 2025. Over 100 U.S. companies hiring remote workers ending up funding Kim Jong-un's weapons programs, Department of Justice says.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, Don, you know it, Don. You go to our interview, you're overqualified. You're underqualified. You need this job. It's not a good fit for you. Meanwhile, you hiring some remote bandit, some remote stagecoach robber. This nigga buying missiles with your salary.
If I could, Cap, and it just shows the hypocrisy of America.
Come on,
and it shows that there is no real meritocracy in America, because just like you said, okay, we go to school, we get the degree, we get the qualifications, but you get to the job, you're overqualified, or you're not just a good fit. What does a good fit look like? Because according to this, I have the degree, I have all the qualifications. What do you mean I'm not a good fit? Like that, like it showed. Like once again, we're being priced, we're being blocked. Even in the technological age, it's used against. It's using it against us, and it's an advantage for the heathens. Because think about it. Like, okay, if you think that, man, we did all this education, and we've been here, we're doing this, and you still like Kim Jong-un, he has a army of people behind computers getting remote jobs.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show that this empire, man. Like once again, we living in the shadows of Egypt, man. It's a shadow government when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, it's like the Matrix. It's like everything we see. You think it's more to it than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is ripping the veil. He ripping the veil for you, let you see how power actually works in this kingdom. And how they move resources from one. I mean, I just think about like what happened with Mississippi with the food stamp with Brett Favre and all those things. They've been robbing the white people been robbing the federal government down south for years. It's almost like they're paying a Confederate tax for the Civil War, and they know they've been doing it. So these types of stories, I mean, it's monumental. And think about the job market now.
Come on, man.
Think about how hard it is to get a job now. And you think about, like you said, all these remote jobs going to overseas to these heathens who actually are enemies of America, but they outsmarted America using technology. Using VPN and things like that. I mean, it's warfare on different levels. There's more than one way to fight a war. You know what I'm saying? They fighting it on all fronts. It ain't just physical. So like I
That's right. And just to add to what Captain Kahan saying too, with what he said. You know what I mean? Like what I don't understand is this. You know what I mean? If you're going based on merit and stuff, right? How in the hell you could tell me your presidency, there's the criteria is not a degree or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like you have Donald Trump, who, you know what I mean, who is, you know what I mean, who is not smart at all. And he's running a country. Now I see why this place is being run the way it run. Because you putting a bunch of dumb people in charge. People who have, you know what I mean, who's not, what you call it again, qualified. You know what I mean? You ever heard them tell you, you have the degree, but you don't have the experience. You know what I mean? Trump have any experience? Did Bush have any experience?
Trump got a bachelor's degree.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we know how we get that bachelor's degree. Trust me.
So like if I could, bachelor's degree come with a receipt. That's
more than that. He a 34-time felon. He's an ex-convict and got elected to be president. And still doing crimes. So like I dropped the video. I dropped the video today. Did y'all see the interview that Donald Trump did on 60 Minutes about giving a pardon to the Chinese billionaire that invested in his son's cryptocurrency?
No.
The lady said, you just gave a pardon to Xi Jinping, and he invested $2 billion in your son's Bitcoin. Donald Trump said, here's the thing. I don't know nothing about it. Nigga, you the president that you gave him the pardon. The lady sat there and said, yeah, Xi Jinping was deep. Hey, listen, 2 years ago, this cat was found guilty of money laundering and sending money to foreign countries, allowing them to funnel money through Bitcoin, right? He got locked up, pled guilty. Donald Trump pardoned him a week after his company invested $2 billion in his son's cryptocurrency. The lady saying, yeah, so you pardoned them, and people are wondering what happened with that. And Donald Trump said, here's the thing, I don't know him. And she's like, but okay, sir, in 2025, his company Binance invested $2 billion in your son's United World Currency Fund. But what do you say to the people who think that there's a conflict of interest? He says, here's the thing, I don't even know the guy. And that was his answer. Like his response literally was, here's the thing, I don't even know him. I don't know nothing about it. Yeah, my sons are doing crypto and that's good, but they're not in the government. Like, nigga, what? Is something wrong with us? If we living in some type of psycho universe where facts aren't facts and information isn't real, he really sat there and was like, here's the thing, I don't even know the guy. It's insane. It's a lot.
Who pardoned who?
Donald Trump pardoned this cat named Xi Jinping, who's the billionaire.
That's what I'm saying. He pardoned the dude. He pardoned the dude, but then it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even. That's like the boat bombing thing, huh? The boat bombing thing, brother. The White House released. They said Trump didn't know nothing. Hegseth gave the order. They say they have the audio of him saying, "Kill them all." 48 hours later, it's the fog of war. These motherfuckers, they don't give a damn. They do not give a damn. Listen, if I could read a little more of this Business Insider say. Listen, I'm gonna get some computers after this one. Y'all ain't fucking up with me. Authorities said that once hired, the scammers would ask their employers to send work laptops to homes in New Jersey, New York, and California. Wow. But these homes were actually laptop farms where the computers were plugged into hard drives that gave user access to IT workers in North Korea per the Justice Department.
That's crazy.
Listen, with this now, you should not arrest no young brother doing scamming no more. You shouldn't do it because you're incapable of really catching scammers at. Like, you mean to tell me this is a company in America? This is some of them is 14,500 companies. They pose online as living in the States. Give you an address. You ain't find you just sending too many laptops to this one house.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who's signing off on this shit?
Right.
And they just collect. That means they have a network. Somebody here either renting or buying the home.
Exactly.
And they're getting paid. They're probably all chipping in on the mortgage because nobody living there. They just a ton of surge protectors and computers and fans and AC. And they just working right there remotely. And they say so much money they could buy missiles for Kim Jong-un.
That's right.
And somehow, you know, the blackety blacks and the FBA thinking that you could go, you know, fight the heathen. The heathen is much wiser than your dumb ass.
Right.
Children of Mammon are wiser than the children of light. Without the Lord, brother, we really would be done for.
Right.
Yeah.
Headed ugly Ethiopian or Somalian could come and take $1 billion out your pocket and you don't know nothing. You don't know a goddamn thing. The Afghan who don't give a damn about you is able to get housing, going from being a terrorist to a terrorist traitor to being a U.S. citizen. I think he was in some protection something. The Afghan who shot the National Guard, he was in some protection service, right?
He with the CIA, I believe.
Yeah.
But
They
say in the Trump administration, they approve him for asylum. Is asylum?
Yeah. Asylum. I think it's Biden.
Okay,
Because
he
that's
came
why
in
Trump
under Biden, but they said it was in Trump's rulership because he it was sometime in April or May. He applied for some temporary protection status and he got it. Brother, they allow everybody to do everything, but they won't let you be black. They won't let you live. They won't let you go feed your family in the Home Depot or the Walmart. You got to separate families and rip them apart. Where was ICE for him?
Exactly.
This nigga drove from Washington State to 16th Street, Washington, D.C. and ain't get stopped. Nobody stop him. Nobody don't find he look weird. Nobody ain't see outer state tags like, damn, this car come from so far. Hold on, let me see where it was good. Nothing?
Right.
Man, if you don't realize that we not part of this picture at all and separate, boy, you have a lot of pain to take in the next coming years. You have a lot of pain to take, a lot of unfortunate circumstances to happen because this oppressor will let everybody do everything.
That's right.
A nigga can hardly cross the road without jaywalking. Hardly cross the road without jaywalking. A Korean could get millions lying to say he living there and working, but they lock some sister up for making her son or daughter go to a school in a better district for a better education.
Right.
See, that's fraud and lock her up and do all kind of shit. But you buying missiles that somebody gonna shoot back at you.
Exactly.
Brother, we really on the outside of this game.
That's a lot of Cap.
Really on the outside. Go ahead, Cap.
And then now you compound that with AI.
Come on, man.
They got someone in their hand. They don't even know what they're dealing with.
Right.
Like these nations here. That's why it's like an arms race with technology, but with AI. Like it's so many things. And going back with the Chat GPT and things like that. They got things. This type of programming they got, man. You can program some of these programs these people running. It'll tell you how to commit a terrorist act. It'll literally tell you how to build a bomb. I mean, all kind of illegal things. It gives you the format to. It's like a digital manifesto, if you want to be honest about it. Like the one that burned down, the one that got arrested for burning down, where they said they started that fire in California.
Right.
Out there, that big fire. He generated the picture on AI before he did it.
And the one down there in Bourbon Street. Remember the one who drove his truck through and shut up the place? I think he used AI to plan the attack. It was right before the Super Bowl or something.
Exactly.
They say he used AI to plan the damn attack.
So it's
you know
like
what
it's like you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna get to
I
you.
didn't mean to cut you off, Cap. No, what you saying is right. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Please, I just wanted to say with all of that, AI still can't tell you Christ is black or who the real Jews are.
Come on, Cap.
AI can tell you how to commit a crime, how to burn something down, how to be a terrorist. But you ask AI who the real Jews are, we're not sure. It might be this. It might be. I think a warrior. You was in a battle with them for about 45 minutes, right?
I was just about to say, sir. I got to confess. after about 45 minutes, they had to confess.
Bashak.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did the same thing too. I sat down here and had a good dialogue with AI. But you had to ask AI the right questions. You know what I mean? And
you gotta walk him down. You gotta walk AI down like you gotta walk him. You gotta hold the guns and I walk him down the alley. I still don't want to admit the damn thing. Still don't want to admit the thing, but tell him you wanna do a bank job and get away with it. Well, first you got to do this and that. He know that. So go ahead, Khan, please.
No, I just what you're saying, like AI is becoming an accessory in a lot of these terrorist things. But it's just like you said, the heathen, it's like an arms race with this technology. You know what I'm saying? Who can get the best technology and how to use it and how to weaponize it in a way.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing with these heathens they're good at doing. They're good at taking, you think a drone, okay, I can use this drone to view a certain area, you know, that may be damaged or whatnot. But we're gonna put a machine gun on this thing and we're gonna put thermite and burn all the trees down in the Ukraine. Like they weaponize, like the Bible talk about wicked inventions, man. And this man, you know, as far as he go with his technology, the more primitive and archaic he gets. That's the irony of this whole situation dealing with these people. But the fraud and all the fraud that's brought to you by the United States government and all these things and funding the autistic Al-Shabaab and all these different things that you see going on with these terror groups. This is what's going on in America, and it's like in the more. I'm glad we bringing these stories out, man, because it takes it washes, you know, our people of the shame. Like us getting this type of edification, it should wash you of the shame that you are the poster child for criminality. It should wash you of that. It should cleanse you of that. Clean your mind of that. You know what I'm saying, and understand who you are according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying, and your purpose, because. I mean, we've been given a bad shake in his kingdom, and why? Because we're in captivity. You know what I'm saying? So everything Commander General Yohana, it's just like that movie, Wicked, that the general brought out. You know what I'm saying? How the one is they looking at her as the wicked, but she really not wicked. You know what I'm saying? And so forth, all those different things. So it's just like that, man. It's just so heavy. I want to yield on that. So like I yield.
Yeah, and this after what you're saying too. The same Afghanistan person who did the shooting in DC, right? You know, they made an excuse for him doing it. They say he had some mental illness.
Right.
They say he was mentally ill. Now, he's so mentally ill, he jumped in a car from Washington State, who is able to follow a map all the way to Washington, D.C. and carry out a shooting. You understand? And where's the video on it? Let's see how crazy he was. Let's see the video. Let's see how he trained this man to kill, to carry out mission. Let's see. And now black people will get to understand that he is not the only one living amongst them, trained like that.
Exactly.
You understand? Like this is, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna have to wake up and recognize that, you know what I mean, America and these other nations, they are, the Bible said we are the prey to these beasts.
Right.
You understand? That's what we are to them, because we don't have a clue that all these nations feeding off of us and feasting around us.
Come on, Cap.
You know what I mean? And we just getting the bones or the dregs. You know what I mean? Like we don't have a clue. You know what I mean? We blaming each other.
Right.
Just imagine that. We blaming each other. Now, them Somalis ain't blaming each other.
Right.
You understand? Which you hear a white man come out and blame them white people who them Jewish people who was defrauding the government.
Right.
You didn't hear a lick of that.
Salaki, Cap.
Come on.
And what you're saying is so heavy. 1.7 billion. I mean, that's a collective act. That's a unified act.
Yeah.
That's not an individual thing. That was a system they had to be able to produce that kind of money and get that transfer there. A 1.7 billion. I mean, you would think once you hit $1 million, people started saying, "Hold on, we getting above our pay grade." They had a system involved, and it involved everybody. It involved the youngs of the Somalian community, the old. You know what I'm saying? The middle age. Everybody played a part. Racism is a team sport.
Right.
Like we gotta stop.
Right.
We gotta stop acting like this. That's why we always battle these utopian addicts at camp, acting like America is a utopia. America is a place where all these nations come to compete, and they compete against us.
Yep.
They compete and they feed, like you said, Cap. They're feeding off us. You know how many programs that's supposed to go to our people that they stepped in and took,
right?
And they siphon off money from us. We can't even imagine.
Right.
That's why the Bible says the gates are gonna stay open day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay open all day and all night. The streets gonna be paved because we talking about the wicked. The streets it ain't gonna be the yellow brick road. It's gonna be paved with gold.
That's right.
It's gonna be paved with gold, man, because of the evil and the sorcery and the witchcraft of this god doggone place, man.
Yeah.
You understand all this? You know them. I mean, just every time I see this right here, that's why I say I can't really say what I want to say, but you know, when you like, you got a nerve to come to us at camp and tell us we wrong. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you stupid? You understand? But ICE is in full being visualized all over Louisiana right now. All over.
Yeah.
They want to hear them get it before Christmas. And I said this before, I say it again. Every time I hear that song where it says I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, every time I hear that song, you got to understand when they say they're dreaming of a white Christmas, they want a white Christmas, not talking about the snow. All right, white supremacy. They don't want to see you around when it's Christmas.
That's right.
They get all the Latinos out of the city before Christmas, and they call it an Operation Swamp Sweep or whatever the case may be. Like this is what the hell going on, and they happy about it. And they still got the nerve to talk about, we have a Merry Christmas. Like this place is man, it makes your blood boil when you really think about it.
Yeah.
You really think about how we man, like that's why the Lord say He got to advocate for us, man. Because man, who do you got right now? Ain't no more Justice Department. The NAACP, they catching the pastors that's sleeping, that's trying to seduce 15-year-old boys. Who you got standing for you now? Nobody. Everybody's selling out. Everybody kissing ass. Everybody trying to make get a good position in oppression. They don't care about you. You understand? That's why anybody coming up against ISUPK, man, you an arch enemy, man. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. You just straight up an enemy, and I count you as an enemy. You understand? I ain't gonna look at it no other way. You got something to say against the UPK, against Commander Junior Hunter, you an enemy. That's just that. It's cut and dry with me. So like I yield.
Only when you're doing the work you could recognize an enemy. You can't recognize an enemy from the safety of home. You're on the front line. You must know who's shooting at you. You're on the front line. You must know where the whiz come from. You know what I mean? Versus pop. You must know where that come from. And so what Cap saying is absolutely right. Like we really at a point now where, surely you have to realize the Lord has to be with us. Surely. Between ICE, the Somalians, Trump, what's going on in Venezuela? Like Trump he moved on Venezuela while going to China to sit with the Chinese government and make a deal. When the ingredients for fentanyl is coming out of China.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? If this is about drugs. Yeah, I mean, let's get that last story. We over 12. Let's see if we can get our last story, last few minutes of the show, 2-3 minutes, and get that one with Hegseth, with the fog, and what was said and what wasn't said. I think there's a couple of them Arawadi lined up. Also, like, hold on, Kahan, you had something the brother sent, right?
Oh
The
no, I
Catholic
just
Church? You want to bring it up?
also what he just sent since we were talking about Islam, how some Muslims just purchased a big Catholic church and it's causing like an uproar. That show you how powerful they getting, you know what I'm saying, as far as financially, you know what I'm saying, and how they scamming the government, and everybody just scamming the government, man. It just, it's like, it's a hoe, you know what I'm saying, and everybody get a turn with a hoe, you know what I'm saying. So
That's it. That's it. His historic Catholic church in Buffalo to be converted into a mosque following controversial sale. They bought this for $250,000. A warrior, go find me some old archaic church in DC so I could, I could work my knobs to the bone, brother. And going 250 grand for this?
Salakia,
come on.
And they invest with the priests on them, right?
No.
That'll pay the bills.
No,
that'll pay the bills.
No, nobody's saying they didn't have no integrity or they didn't have what is it? They're not patriotic because you sold a historic building to some foreigner.
Yeah, they need that money, and that's what people and blacks and Hispanics, if they could only understand, the carnality behind white people. They're about money. They don't care about religion. They don't care about, no historic. Historic what? Give me 250,000 and take it. Who cares? You understand? They don't care about that.
No.
They care about money.
Right.
Where's my money? That's why, you get these tickets. All the oppressor wants is what? Money.
Yeah.
You gotta go get a lawyer. Money. Everything is money, 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 because that's where it's boiled along to with him. Money.
Yeah. That's all. All that is the money. You know what I mean? Let's get this last one with Tawada 2 war for that. Tawada 2 card. Put that in. Let's get the fog of war. Go ahead.
So like I said, which number is that one? I'm not seeing.
I done closed it off.
Just so. With Hegseth, right?
Yeah. Anything with Hegseth with the recent thing that happened. If it's not on, it's supposed to be on the list. Hold on. Did I send it to you? Yeah. Hold on. If it's not on the list, we might just have to Google it. We could go with the Venezuelan airspace. If not,
okay, come on. I got that one pulled up.
That exact thing with the fog of war may not be on the list because that should happen between yesterday and today.
Okay.
Right? That happened exactly between yesterday and today. You know what I mean? Let's get that real quick. And Salaki, I just see one I wanted to bring out. The one with number 19. So if you could rock this, give me 5 more minutes. I don't want to go too much later than that. Let's rock a little bit with Hegseth.
So, Salaki, what exactly? What am I looking for, Salaki?
You could look up the fog of war, what he's saying, or number 1. We could go with number 1 too. I think, or we could put them together. You all know he shut down Venezuela's airspace. Trump, he said he wanted limited flying. I think he gave Maduro a mandate to leave within a certain time. He said, better leave now. You, your family, and your friends, they could leave safely before the airspace shut down. Because after that, according to them, I believe they wanted to start the ground invasion. Right? Since then, Maduro threw a party with one of the coldest dance moves I've seen. I had to do that, I think, because after a major council, brother, y'all had to take me to one of them old funky Issachar spots, boy. That music be banging out. Them, the tweeters going, and the heights going. As soon as they walk in there, you hear that treble in your ears. I wanna pull a Maduro. I wanna walk up there, just tap on a hip right there. I wanna do that whole thing. I want to do that thing right there.
It's one right down the street from the school I did security for a couple of times called Mexico Lindo, and it's lit.
Mexico, come on, we're going down. y'all ain't gonna see me till Monday. He ain't moving nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I think
because I checked the no, I'm gonna say because I checked the chat there. I just put the one of the news clip if you want to. Go ahead, Seth.
I think after that, now let's say within the last 24 hours, they say Mexico side with Maduro against Trump and say how they support Maduro not leaving. And you know, that heathen, that's not a sister over Mexico, that's a heathen. She's smart because she knows how America plays. She knows how America would play. If they do it to Maduro, they'll do it to her.
They have no choice.
Yeah, man, they'll do well. Meaning this: if because I side with you against one person, don't mean you ain't gonna turn on me right after.
No, what I mean too.
No, go ahead,
Salaki. What I mean too is his pretext for the war is drugs, and Mexico. Yeah, I mean they're known for drugs.
That's what they're saying. They're saying the fentanyl is coming through the trains from the from China and on the ground from Mexico. They're saying if anything coming from South America is going to Europe. So you know whatever he's talking about is not is not war, but I think with how he's moving, those Latino countries they're going to band with Venezuela. You know, Colombia, China on the fence. That's probably why he pardoned the Honduras one, because the Honduras one say, listen, if you want an ally down there, let me go. I'll go in there and stir some shit up for you.
That's exactly.
I'll go in there and I'll mix the whole pot up. Don't even worry about it. Just let me go. It's the wild. So that's where he's at now with this thing. Go ahead with Hexeter.
Somebody need to check the Honduran plane. Have a bag load of money going on there to start chaos.
Money alone, he probably carrying about 50 cases of fentanyl. all of a sudden, fentanyl show up, en route through Honduras. All right. Just read a little bit later. We get to 19. Go ahead.
Hegseth cites fog of war in defending follow-on strike on alleged drug boat. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Tuesday cited the fog of war in defending a follow-up strike on an alleged drug-carrying boat in the Caribbean Sea in early September. During a cabinet meeting at the White House, Hegseth said he did not see any survivors in the water, saying the vessel exploded in fire, smoke. You can't see anything. This is called the fog of war. Hegseth also said he didn't stick around for the remainder of the September 2nd mission following the initial strike, and the admiral in charge made the right call in ordering the second hit, which he had complete authority to do. Lawmakers have opened investigations following a Washington Post report that Hegseth issued a verbal order to kill everybody on the boat. The first vessel hit in the Trump administration's counter-drug campaign in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific Ocean that has grown to over 20 known strikes and more than 80 dead. The U.S. also has built up its largest military presence in the region in generations, and many see the actions as a tactic to pressure Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro to resign. While several legal experts have told the Associated Press they believe the second strike violated peacetime laws and those governing armed conflict. The Pentagon's own manual on the laws of armed conflict also specifically cites striking survivors of a sunken ship as being patently illegal. Orders to fire upon the shipwrecked would be clearly illegal, the manual says. President Donald Trump on Tuesday distanced himself from the secondary strike, which the news report said killed 2 survivors who were clinging to the wreckage. Trump said he didn't know anything and that he still hasn't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete, referencing Hegseth, when asked if he supported the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it, he added.
Trump is like, I'll stay with 34. You ain't catching me on 35 felonies. 34 is my lucky number, y'all. It's so nice. 34. Y'all ain't catching me on 35. I don't know shit about what you talking about.
Right.
I don't know nothing about what I rely on Pete. And of course, the report said Pete said, according to their source, Pete gave the order. After that cabinet meeting, they had a little council where they all sit in a circle, stroking each other's ego. And, you know, Hegseth said, this is the fog of war. You don't understand it. I don't know. There was a ton of fire and smoke and all kind of shit like that. He's backtracking now because this is his second main transgression. Remember, that first one was with the Signal app.
Yeah, they're still on them for that.
It come back up because for a while I wasn't hearing shit. But this thing come back up. So he had to say whatever because it could be the end of the Secretary of War. His career might be over. He might be the next Uber. You call for an Uber in DC, the Secretary of War is 2 minutes away. They might put him on the bread line over this one. Go ahead, Cap.
No, so like I was looking at someone excerpt on the New York Times where this person that was a former chair of the Department of National Security, and this is what they said, quote, based on what happened. They said for the top two civilians in the Pentagon and the White House to effectively wash their hands of it and claim no responsibility while simultaneously saying that they stand by the decision goes against any kind of ideals of responsible command. Like that's from Kerry A. Lee, the former chair of Department of National Security and the strategy at the Army War College. Meaning like that person saying like you can't do both. Ain't no middle line. If it's a fog of war, it's blood there. So you gonna either that how you gonna say you wash your hands? So you want to be like Pilate. You want to wash your hands, but then stand by the decision.
Right.
Like it don't work like that. You understand? Like they committing war crimes, man. Like and land, sea, and air. Like this right here it's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly because they definitely in the red. They in the red with this one. And I'm hearing that one of the family members then filed suit against the U.S. government.
Yeah. So
they filed suit against it. So they going there with.
Yeah. And really, the whole thing is just so horrible. It's really wrong. They're just being wrong and strong with it because they have the might. But they ain't provide no intel to prove that they know it's drugs on a boat. They ain't do none of that. That's why UK say they're not giving them no more intel on the boats moving through the Caribbean. Like everybody kind of pulling away now because they want to appear right. Like the scriptures say, no more shall the child be but what is it, bountiful? Or no more shall the cruel be righteous. I forget the actual paraphrase. You all know what I'm talking about. Like liberal, they will not. Girl. Go ahead.
The liberal.
Yeah, I think that's it. Liberal will no longer be bountiful, and the trill will no longer be righteous, or something like that. Meaning they can't continue with the front. They're really gonna show you the beast. They're showing the teeth now.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to happen with this act. They're going to kill, and there will be without impunity. They will kill, and there will be no repercussions. Nothing. Like this is the stage we're in. You understand? Because we trust in Egypt. We trust in the shadow of Egypt. If there's justice for this thing, we will not want to separate. We'll just trust Egypt and we'll go back and get justice. This thing here, people are supposed to realize they're doing what the hell they want to do. Let me tell somebody who is bigger and mightier than them so that he can handle that business. You get the point? So that's where we are. By Wednesday. Go ahead.
No, it's like I mean to cut you off, sir.
Please go ahead.
Come on. I just want to say, and this is why Steve Bannon, he got on some interview and he said they need for Trump to get a third term, because if Trump does not get a third term, a lot of them are going to be felons. They're going to go to prison. Like they're committing crimes that if this were another nation, the United States would justify them going into somebody else's nation and invading them and overthrowing their government based off of what the United States is doing. Like if another nation was conducting these type of strikes, In the same exact manner, the United States would say, well, this is just cause for us to go over there and restore peace, restore democracy and law and order in the land, and the whole, well, these guys are the axis of evil. You understand that whole, the white man being the good guy's garbage. But the white man, he want to police the world when his own house is dirty. And that's why you white people that's watching, America will never be great. You cannot be great focusing on the beam, the mote in somebody else's eye, and the beam is in your eye. You can't see where you're going.
That's
right. Yeah, you are walking America right off the damn cliff, and I thank the Lord for it. I thank the Lord that there's no wise men telling you the right thing to do. I thank the Lord that you're exposing that you're hypocrites. And the Lord that you are completely running this place into the ground, and you can't blame us. I think the Lord Colin Powell not in there no more. You know what I'm saying? Rise again, Colin Powell. Yeah, right. The nigga is not in there for you to put that on him, because for sure Donald Trump don't want to claim credit. Pete Hegseth don't want to claim credit. The next thing, the next best thing is to blame the closest nigga in charge. Well, let's pull up the list of admirals. They don't even have the ranks. They're looking at the faces. Well, we looking for a black or Hispanic one. We have to find one. This nigga is responsible.
So like it, if I could, one brother that just stepped down. It was one brother that just stepped down that he knew what time it was.
Exactly.
Yeah. He knew what they was getting ready to do, so he got out the way. He saw the writing on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Right. But there's an old saying that says the emperor has no clothes. And everybody there is just yes man, but everybody's seeing it raw imperialistic power that he's using. It's really it's really colonialism and imperialism that he's using to try to go into these countries, man. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is so right. They looking for a nigga somewhere around there, you know what I'm saying? But everybody better just get away, you know what I'm saying? So shame can properly cover him. It can't cover him if you covering him. If you it can't cover him. It's gonna get some of that shame gonna get on you. So you have to distance yourself from him, so the shame can fully cover him. He's naked already. Let shame cover him.
Right.
Like I yield.
Listen, I think by the end of the damn conference arc, Trump passed the buck to Hegseth. Hegseth passed the buck down to some general who he said he left after the first strike. He left that general in charge, and that general is the one who really okayed the second order. So they, that's really what it is. It's like somebody, they're not taking any blame for none of this shit out. It's somebody else. And before long, one of them military men is not going to, he's not going to want to take the buck. And he's going to buck back. You know what I mean? He's gonna buck back. That's why they're freaking out over the whole don't obey any unlawful order.
Yeah.
Because they know they're going to be given a whole cachet of unlawful orders. And they want everybody to be a old toy soldier. They don't want nobody saying, nah, that shit wrong. That's not constitutional. They don't want that from the military. But it's going there.
And if I could to understand is heavy, and what Captain Kahan brought out earlier was heavy too, because the brother who got out of the line of fire of this situation, he was the head general of the entire southern area of America, the whole South, the whole Southern Caribbean, South America. He was the top general of the whole Navy of that whole South. So he definitely would have been the one to blame if he would have stayed in his spot. If he would have never retired, he would have been the one at the top to say, yeah, he authorized these strikes right under Hegseth. So it's just crazy what the things that's going on and what people are seeing and what's going on, because these devils, they're gonna go all the way with it. They horns is gonna be showing, and it's just gonna be crazy to see how far it goes. Like even on the news today, they were showing the footage of Epstein Island.
Right.
Yeah. They were showing the rooms, the pool, the house, the room where they have abortions and everything.
What?
It was insane. All right on the news. So Donald Trump, that's That's part of your case right there. So you can check that footage, Donald Trump. Make sure you ain't in none of them rooms and your old tapes. But this place is just turning chaotic. It's turning crazy. You know what I mean? And it's just getting started, really. Wait till the dollar flip. Wait till some more things start happening. Wait till there's really, some more attacks. Wait till there's an attack on American soil. It's just gonna go. It's not looking good for America right now.
Yep. I think this is the brother here, Alvin Hosley. I think his name is an admiral. And they say, as you say, in Cap, over South America and the Caribbean.
Yeah,
so they probably pulled him in and showed him the plan, and he's like, "I'm not doing that."
Damn right, Cap.
He tell them early, "I am not doing that shit," and they probably already knew. Once Esau, these heathens, they're not like us. Like they probably think the whole thing down. We're gonna bomb them, we're gonna kill them. What if it has survivors? These is people who done blow people up all over the world. Yeah, we will kill them too. Well, the American public, they ain't gonna go for that. They're gonna blame Trump. Well, listen, if it get too hot, I'll blame Pete. If it get too hot, Pete, you blame the next man. And that's you, Alvin. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. Come on, Alvin. You gotta play ball, Alvin. This is what it's about. You're in charge. Yeah, I'll send them that's a resignation in the morning. You can find somebody else to do that shit with.
Damn right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they planning this whole thing out as best they could. They're meditating the evils. You know what I mean? Before we go, just one last story, number 19, I believe, with a young girl from Florida. I think it's number 19.
Come on. We are livid. Teen girl strip searched 3 times by Florida high school staff after complaining about racial harassment, lawsuit says. The father of a biracial Florida teen filed a federal lawsuit against the Brevard County School Board, claiming his 14-year-old daughter was improperly strip searched by staff, bullied, and racially harassed by students, while school officials ignored the increasingly exasperated family's complaints. The lawsuit filed by Nicholas Dayton on November 14th in a Florida U.S. District Court in Orlando and obtained by Atlanta Black Star claims Carrie Humphreys, the assistant principal at Al Galley High School in Melbourne, strip searched his daughter 3 times in violation of district policy, apparently seeking contraband that she never found on the 9th grader, who was humiliated and traumatized by the violation of her body and her civil rights. Identified in the complaint as MD, the girl is an honor student with a 3.8 GPA who moved to Melbourne in 2023 and entered L.B. Johnson Middle School, where she faced daily harassment from a male student who allegedly called her and other female and minority students misogynistic and racial slurs over several months, beginning in August 2023. Despite ongoing complaints about the racial slurs by students of color to teachers and school staff, and a formal complaint by Dayton, her adoptive father, to the assistant principal, the school ignored the complaints, refused to interview victims, and failed to notify parents of the complaining students, the lawsuit says, in violation of school board protocol. By March of 2024, the inaction of school and board officials prompted the Daytons to file a complaint with the U.S. Department of Education against Brevard County Schools for failing to protect students of color and for falsifying documents regarding the reporting of violence and bullying. The district had falsely reported the number of bullying cases as 0 as far back as 2019, the filing claims. Their complaint to the feds deemed the Daytons as whistleblowers by the school board and led to retaliation against the girl and her family, the lawsuit says. In August of 2024, MD began 9th grade at All Galley High School, where she continued to be bullied and harassed by students and subjected to disparaging comments by staff for unknown reasons, the complaint alleges. Coleman Watson, the attorney representing the plaintiffs, told Atlanta Black Star that MD was called nigger and black monkey repeatedly by other students in both middle school and high school, and was also bullied as the new kid who dressed differently. The girl continued to maintain her honor student status in high school, the complaint says, but some teachers apparently doubted her work and gave her lower grades until she and her parents were forced to prove that she actually did the assignments herself.
Brother, this here is not far-fetched. I done experienced that shit already. I done experienced that shit myself already and had to keep a full cool head about missing assignments, and this wasn't submitted, and the motherfucking thing was. Again, if you don't understand, we need to separate ourselves from these people and you know, have our own. Like this article gets more even heinous. I think they made up because of the lawsuit. The school made up a lie that the girl said her father impregnated her. The girl had to write a letter saying she never said that shit.
Wow.
They strip searched the girl one time. They said the second time they pull her in, they said there's some rumor, some contraband or drugs or some she carrying. They strip searched her with a man and a male in there, and they had her raise her shirt up and shake her breasts to prove that she had nothing under her breast. Akim Salakia, you'll pay your tithes, pay your Passover fee, come to Houston April 4th, brother, because, brother, we ain't having a conversation after this one. We ain't having a conversation after this thing here. There's no explanation for this, you know, right here.
That's right. That's right.
There's not. There's no explanation for this thing right here. You go how to bust your children in after that thing. I don't know how, you know, how we coming back after that. What am I explaining to her after that? After I dropped her off there, and I said you could go there and you could trust these people and it's okay. What am I explaining to her at that point? Like how we reconciling this thing? I don't know. Only the Lord alone knows, brother.
That's
Pay
right.
goddamn tithes. That's what you need to do. If this story angered you, go pay your tithes. Go drop that 10% tonight. Fuck the electric company. Fuck the gas company. Who gives a damn? They could wait on that thing. Pay your tithes. Support the truth, man. Follow Command and General Hannah and the men he put to teach this word out so everybody could now turn from America, turn from everything else that's against the Lord, because we need the Lord's protection right now.
That's right.
We need the Lord's protection. We need to provoke the Lord to put a spirit on these heathens that when they look at us, they see the same thing they would see when they see some little Jewish boy with a yarmulke or some Jewish girl with a bar mitzvah. I know I cannot touch this one.
Salaki, Cap.
Okay.
Like what you're saying is so heavy. Don't defraud your government.
That's right.
Your government.
Because we don't close.
Thank you.
We don't close.
Salak, I yield.
We don't close. Don't defraud this one. Go ahead, Khan. Salak, brother.
No, that was all I wanted to say. When you were saying pay your tithes and the Passover fund, like I just wanted, like what you just said, is so heavy. Like they defraud, like don't defraud your, don't cheat your government. Don't cheat your government for this kingdom.
That's right.
Because you see what they giving. This kingdom is giving you nothing.
Yeah,
he's giving you the blame. Like what Captain Mashak said, I stand on it 1,000 pounds on what he just said. Do what you're supposed to do to help fund your government.
That's right. That's right. Because we for sure need it. That girl shouldn't have to go to no school where they do that. And this is another thing. You got to come up in here and learn how to raise your children. Gone are the days of trusting the oppressor, man.
That's
right.
Have
to your children. Like, you know, the Democrats will tell you, learn how to talk to a cop. Learn how to talk to everybody.
That's right.
You in a room and they're telling you take your clothes off. I ain't taking shit off.
That's right.
Fuck is wrong with you? If it come off, they had to rip it off your child.
That's right.
You have to prepare them, Mark. You have to prepare them like, damn near like, how am I going to explain to my parents me obeying them doing something wrong? You had to give them the strength that we never had.
Right.
You have to give them that as they're 13, 14, 15 going to school, because these bastards, brother, the article said she had to lift her shirt up, lift the bra, and shake her breast. Brother, Listen,
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead. I can't even go on, brother. Salaki, go ahead.
Come on, so I got a daughter, and we and again, when we saying this is not blaming the father or this girl at all, because these people that did this, from the bullier to the school board, the people that did the search, they're devils.
That's
right. The angels are bearing record of these transgressions, and these sins have reached into the Lord. That's what the Bible says. And they think they're gonna get away with this. You're gonna answer for all of this. But because of the UPK, I've learned to, equip my daughter with as much as I can, and we go through certain drills. You understand? I tell her, so what happens if somebody call you a nigger? You understand? Like, what you gonna say? Like, we go through it, and our teachers, like, you tell them, and you're a white devil, and God hates you, and you're dirty.
That's right.
And say it loud. Say it loud. And just keep saying it. You understand? Like, and my mom heard it. She a Christian, and it's like that to her. It's just like, oh no, these niggas they off the deep end. But I was telling her, it's like, you told us in school to kill them with kindness and to pray for them. And that shit put us at a disadvantage, believing that bullshit. That shit put us at a disadvantage, not being able to properly address and handle the warfare that's being waged against us.
That's
so
right.
While we going to school with arms wide open, trying to love, we are suffering real attacks from real people. You understand? So I thank the Lord for the UPK, because that Martin Luther King dream garbage that y'all still trying to push on us, that shit is done, man. It's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with. It's a new nigga on the earth, and it's righteous. You understand? It's righteous. You should teach your children, you understand, the truth and the reality. Give them practical knowledge.
That's right.
On how to live. You understand? I teach my daughter. You understand? It's no friends. You understand? Your friends are in here.
That's
you understand?
Right.
You go into school and amongst enemies, and you have to go, and you're there to learn as much as you can amongst enemies, and conduct yourself just like that. Even she had a teacher she loved so much last year, some white lady, and it bothered me that she loved the teacher so much. I'm questioning. I was like, so what is it about this teacher? She's like, she's just real kind. She's like, she asked me one day, she's like, so is such and such, Miss such and such, is she a devil too? I was like, is she white? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, she's just a kind devil.
That's right.
That's it. She's a kind devil, but you cannot trust her the way you would trust us. You understand? It's okay that she's kind, and you should be kind back to her. But just understand that in any moment, that kindness can leave and she can turn on you. And I make that very clear, not to scare her, but to prepare her for the reality that I wish I was prepared for. I got my heart broke by white people many times. Until I heard Commander Johnny Yohana say the white man is the devil, and that freed me. It freed me from all of it. So I thank the Lord for the UPK and the practical knowledge the Lord has given.
That's right.
You down right. You down right. We all grew up with that type of, emotional obligation towards the oppressors, the heathens, not just the white man, the other ones who we all grew up with. And brother, they'll do us real dirty. Like this right here is, this is straight up child abuse. This is, come to the UPK, build your government so you don't have to deal with this thing here. Because this year you really raped the girl. You really violated the girl at 14 or 15, 14 years old. You just violated her. And you had somebody else watch. You did it 3 times, which means you had to be lusting over this child's body. Brother, I can't do it enough. I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all pay your tithes. Don't fuck around. There's no heathens allowed, man. There's no. You see what happened. You see what happened to National Guards when America bring heathens in. You want to bring heathens in our covenant? Nah, there's no heathens allowed. Pay your Passover fee. Pay your tithes. ISUPK.com. Home of the truth. Join Commander Johnny Yohana every Monday night right here on this channel. The real Johnny Yohana, 9 p.m. Man. The real holy field, man. Shalom, Israel. We out. That thing done send me off. I'll go get a drink. Good night.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. all black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.